we haven't stayed still for long very often.
And this is the only time really in like how long? Months?
Well,
Like
besides
2.
the Zolosis, where we stayed about 2 days, I think it was.
Yeah, like I think the
We're not
longest we'd stay
sticking
at places
around.
like 2 or 3 days.
Iron Mare might be the longest.
Yeah, probably.
We stayed there like
Or
3 days.
Zepham. What about with
Well, I think we've just
Clarence?
passed through it a couple times.
Well, when Clarence was in his coma.
Yeah, because we
Oh, yeah,
had to
that's
be
true.
there for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, that was 4 or 5.
But we've passed through it a lot.
Hmm.
What is the name of that
Maybe.
city, Joseph? It's
Stormfront, right?
Stormfront?
Storm's Wake? I don't know.
The one we agreed to meet in?
It
There's so many
is.
cities with storm in my head that I'm like, which one is it?
Did I put it
Storm
on?
Outlaw.
No, it's not that. Stormfair.
Shornwick.
Stormfair. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Boop, boop, boop.
To the tailor.
to the tailor you guys go. I don't think there's
All
a
of us?
specific
I mean,
one.
if you can follow if you want, you don't need to. I mean,
Let's see. There's a general store. Okay, yeah, you'll come across a few places. They don't seem to care as much in terms of a huge amount of different garments. There of course is like
Ouch.
really good attire to attach to certain pieces of like your armor, for an example. But there's not a huge wide selection of clothing that people tend to go for. But there's not very little either. So it's, a normal amount, but don't be expecting too much.
no, we're gonna look for the outfit that she has in the picture. That's what we're going for.
Let me go back and look at my own picture.
Of course, Leroy's.
Well, like she said she was in rags, and I look at the picture. I'm like, she's not in rags there, so we need to match it. We need to go upgrade, so it's
I
matchy
stand with
match.
what Leroy's saying now. Now that I understand.
We want to get as close to it as possible. Should be doable.
I think that would definitely be doable, especially since this place is.
It's like a
I mean,
range
you
of
know that
outfits.
there are rangers here, because
Like
There,
Primus are rangers
yes,
for crying out loud.
yes. So I would say that's easily enough doable.
Yes. So, how much how much money am I spending on this shit? Give me a number. I don't care.
Just do 5. I would say 5 gold on a
5
high
gold,
end,
5
probably.
We're going on the high end. 5 gold. Quality stuff.
This stuff definitely is there. It's doable. I think that's where your main focus that you were probably trying to go for, seeing how she tends to react a lot in terms of, you could tell she doesn't necessarily care about like getting down and dirty or anything like that. And so you probably tried to find some of the most doable stuff that easily to clean, almost just wipe off, or just a little bit of elbow grease and that would come off. So yeah, she is now dressed as you imagined she should be.
Yeah, as you imagined it, you bastard.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me go get her some really good clothing, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Is Lero still going on in drags?
And
Or did we upgrade him too at some point?
No, he's still going around. Not really. It's he prefers his style because it makes him feel comfortable the way it is. There's probably been a time or two where you guys have tried as well, but like he doesn't like the feel of it. He likes to get kind of dirty with the nature around him. So
I mean, if he wants more natural clothes, I feel like Seatham, where we know there's at least a few druids, would probably be a better place to shop for clothes for him. They might have something more in his
But do you
alley.
mean that just because they're druids there, they like to roll around in the dirt?
I just figured they may make more natural based clothing rather than like leathers and
Elise just
stuff
gets
like
really
that.
close and then like points at herself.
I mean, I'm from a city that's like based around warfare and like metalwork, and look at me.
Yeah, but
You're from a
I'm
scholarly city.
a
I don't
druid.
see anything.
Yeah, but
Like
you're
I'm
from
a,
Crisport. You're not from
I'm not from
Zeetham,
Crisport.
aren't you?
No,
Well,
I'm
your
from
No.
your family hangs out in Crisport. You're from Raven Valley.
Yeah, exactly. There you
Yeah.
go. You
You're still
remember?
from like the same region, not from like a
Yeah,
more
but like
wooded
I'm still a
forested
druid,
area.
but I don't like druid style. I don't want to fucking roll around in the dirt and look like Luro.
Yeah.
No offense.
I'm not saying all druids do that. I'm just saying
He's
like
just
No,
like,
if
I
there
don't
was
look.
a city.
I'm okay with this
That
still.
I'm just saying
looks like a
if there was a
wow.
city we've been to that was probably gonna have that style, it would probably be Zeetham.
I mean, any clothes can be dirty. It's just like you can look dirty in style. You can look like a hobo. But like Luro is all about that hobo style.
I think you should focus on what makes him comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Hobo
He
style.
even pulls out like that little stuffed cat that you gave him, which is of the itchiness, and he's just like, this makes me feel comfortable, and he like
We could get
kind of
him
like rubs
wool.
it on
He
him a
seems to
little
like
bit.
Oh,
wool.
we should go.
Oh,
If that makes him comfortable, Elise goes like looks at like we walk out of the shop and then Elise turns around, goes back in. Give me your itchiest clothes. In his size.
We don't do itchiness.
If you have anything that's like heavy wool,
Let me check.
But if we need to go
even
and
even if you just have a big wool tarp, I can work with that.
I don't know why I rolled that, but that means there's a high probability that they do have something. So,
Even if it's just a big wool tarp or just something else, I can work with it.
he comes back and it's just kind of like not necessarily tart, but it's just a really big material that they would usually, tear apart to
Processor.
actually
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
process. So
I, I touch it and I'm like, oh, okay, perfect.
yeah,
Horrible.
is so this is what you guys are looking for?
Yeah, he likes this. Looks at points at
that
I
kind of
could
stuff.
craft you whatever you want out of this.
Blanket,
No,
pillow.
he needs clothes. Like we like let's just make a new, like sort of in his style, but then so it looks crisp. You know.
Weathered.
It does-
Maybe
I don't-
if it's-
It doesn't look yet like you've worn it for about 50 years by your dad, and then you got it and you wore it for another 50 years, and then that's where you are right now.
I don't know why
Oh.
you said like looks crisp, and the first thing that came to my mind was like he kind of like does his collar, is like I'm a pimp named Slipback.
Yeah, exactly. There's like this like. I mean, we're gonna reinvent Lero right here, right now. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, boy.
Here, I'll give him the cane. We'll give him the glasses. We just need to give him a big player hat.
Yeah, like a bit white hat with like a feather in it.
Yeah, there you go.
Why are you guys doing this to my boy?
And then we need to give him some golden rings, and like a necklace that says like Lero, but then really big and gaudy with like diamonds in it.
Mm-hmm.
On it, get somehow tattoos of just Luro across.
Do a grab tattoo.
I will
on
say this would probably, because they would use it for a lot of materials, 20 gold, and like you're talking about, what would you put it in terms of pounds or width?
Pounds, I feel like.
Pounds.
I don't know
Or
what.
they might sell it by the square foot.
Well, I'm not going to
Oh
go
my
into
goodness.
that
Well,
deep
it's because it's their raw material, right? It's not been
Yeah.
processed yet. I feel like you should discount it because we're saving you the time that it would take even to go into making it into something, right? Like that makes sense.
but then
Oh,
I
the
have to order a lot
persuasion.
more.
I mean, we're not buying it all, right?
How much do we need? We need like how much would you like in size? How much would we say? Like I don't know, roughly.
10 pounds at most, right?
Uh,
How
Maybe
10
much
pounds.
more.
does clothes
You know
weigh
how
for
much
you
10?
guys?
Imagine like 10 pounds of clothes. That's quite a lot of clothes.
I
Like
weigh
I
f
don't.
my clothes weigh 4 pounds. I feel
Yeah,
like
but it's
that's a lot
metal.
for my size, but I mean, I'm
Metal.
just talking about my clothes I wear under the metal.
Oh, like that. I
My
mean, I guess so.
Oh.
my suit weighs 65 pounds. The
I
plate
guess
must
I
be like
guess
this thick.
I guess for like since he's like
Ting
how
ting
much?
ting ting.
He's like double your size ish. And like you don't really have to worry, and you don't worry about waste, right? You literally make it, right? No.
Yeah.
So we
Whew.
can go quite exact, like 8 or 9. 9,
Wait, we could do 10.
sure.
I think 10's fine. And then if there's leftover, I can make them another stuffed animal.
Sure.
I'll say just do
Yeah.
10 gold.
Okay. I'll handle that.
Okay.
Oh.
That's either extremely marked up or extremely discounted. I don't care.
We don't know.
No
We don't care.
What?
I'm not gonna go into
Either
that deep
Well,
with
it
way.
stuff.
might be. I was looking at items earlier because I was running a
Man,
campaign for my cousin.
been
I
an
mean,
hour.
considering like how clothes cost, I think that's incredibly up.
Yeah.
But then again, it depends on how you look at it.
I would look under trade goods maybe.
Anyways, so you guys
But, like, it's
got some materials for him. It's not
The
like it's
Oh.
gonna.
thing I can see is a pound of linen.
It's not like it's gonna make or
That's-
break you. So
Yeah. Oh, here we go. 1 silver piece for a square yard of canvas
yeah, see, I'm not even
would
gonna.
probably be the closest.
I'm not
Yeah,
even
let's
gonna.
just fucking go with this. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's fine.
You guys just like won free money, like.
But
Anyways,
I think the
we did.
canvas would probably be the closest.
Yeah, but then canvas is like is
Or
like cheap
cotton
as shit.
cloth.
so you
man.
guys got the material for him. Lucy is liking her new, especially now the fact that you did well with the bracers because it kind of hides that part of her arm,
Mm.
and so she's way more open, and it's just kind of like
Just don't wander off. As I
Uh.
look around, I keep an eye on us as well.
okay. Thank you. This is really
Don't worry
nice.
about it.
I can.
Yeah, like I felt inspired. Like I felt like I got this idea like beamed into my brain of how I wanted you to look and like
Well, I can.
Huh.
I can return the favor. And she kind of like goes back through that little same pocket that you know what she has in there, which is like there's nothing really valuable.
Ah no, don't worry about it. I have plenty of shit. Shall we go make Laura some clothes whilst we kill time? Did anyone want to do something else?
Let me check and see if I have that spell slot. I think so, but I need to check. Oh yeah, we can do that.
Are we also like also thinking about dragon stuff? I remember now again. Do you want to go see if you can talk to the dragon here, or so you just do that another day?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Should I try to do that the same day as we win, or should I try and wait? I could do it after dinner, maybe.
But isn't dinner like late? And does the dragon take like?
Yeah, it is the afternoon still. We could try to talk to the dragon before.
Yeah, I mean we have plenty of time. I mean that
Did
it
we
only takes an
establish
hour,
an
right?
exact time to meet Prime?
Yeah, I think we had a time.
I
Like
think
you
we
guys,
kinda said
you
when the sun
Was it
set.
like 8 or something? 8, 7 or
7
8?
or 8.
Something?
something like that. You
Yeah,
guys
so.
got, I would say, a decent amount of time because of the fact, when you guys got done with the tournament, the finishing part because there was no dinner after that. That was the first half. So you guys kind of ended like kind of close to noon. So
Mhm.
you guys got a good bit to do things.
Shut the computer off. Oh
Go,
my
let's go
god.
fix. Let's go fix some clothes. Let's go then chat to some dragons. See what this dragon has kind of bullshit to throw in our direction. Like I feel like a laptop is dying over there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
1 hour.
having a rough time. Oh dear God. Just to
Wow.
restart it?
It's
Glad
still
we aren't
doing it.
doing combat right now, but
My boy, I think your
what if
laptop's done.
are you able, does your battery have the ability for you to like remove the battery out of the back of it?
Or you mean like you pop it out
Or
in the
are
back?
you able to like force shut it off or?
I'm gonna force shut it off, see if that works.
My old
You need.
computer, you could like pop the battery off
Yeah,
the
mine
back.
can do that too. My laptop. Just like literally pull out the cable first, so you don't electrocute yourself, and then pop the battery out. Oh no, not so much. The laptop won't turn off unless you put the cable out.
Yeah, I did that. Hang on.
Or if your battery can't be removed, just hold down on the power button until it restarts again.
And if it then doesn't
Get
shut off, just
got
throw it against
stuck.
the wall.
What's
Alright,
the
no,
anybody know the hotkey that like opens it when it starts starting up inside of the like um
F2.
is it F2? But it
I
opens
got
it
it.
in like the maintenance view. You got it?
Yeah.
Turn it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. I unplugged it from the charging port. Oh my god, it was forever. Yeah, I couldn't do it. It was like, oh my gosh. I was supposed to do it last week, forgot to do it last week, and I just said,
Oh,
no.
we make some crisp new clothes for Luro.
Yeah. Are we just doing that in the street? I can do it anywhere.
It doesn't matter.
You
You
just
wanna do it in the street?
we go back to our place, make
I
it,
was just
go
gonna
out the drawing.
fabricate them directly on Luro.
I mean, you can do that too. But like, I guess he has to get rid of his old ones.
I mean, he
Unless you
can
want to
keep them
incorporate.
on, but
Or
they're
do you
gonna
want
be
to
a
like
bit baggy.
do you want to incorporate the old ones into the new ones?
Luro, what do you think? You want like a mix of your old clothes with new clothes?
Uh, I mean, I really like these clothes.
So you want a mixture of them, or do you want like two sets where you can have the clothes you currently have on plus a wool set?
Kind of looks over at Lucy, look as she's still kind of like fumbling a little bit with her new outfit, getting to know it in a sense. And can I keep both?
Yeah. Would you
And
like the new set to be like baggy, like hang off of you a bit, or do you want it like real tight to your skin?
I like it loose. I don't want to
Okay. Listen,
feel
I'm just trying to figure out your style, figure out like what exactly you want here so that I don't give you something you dislike, okay?
okay. Thank you.
Now, do you want like a matching hat and like maybe like some shades that are even made out of this material?
Shades would be weird, but the hat could do
Days
it.
would
What?
be a little weird.
Do you
Maybe
want like
gloves?
a pimp suit or do you want like
What? You wanna
I've heard
repeat
Karen
that?
use that word a few times.
What? You're losing them
Think-
now.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
just do whatever.
I'll make him like just some loose fitting, rather like comfortable clothes, almost like a t-shirt even. But long sleeve. I feel like he would want long sleeves, probably.
Okay.
Probably more like a hoodie almost. Uh, with a
Garb
beanie.
reinvents the hoodie.
There we go.
Cannon.
Hoodie minus the hood. But I do make like a beanie for him, or a toboggan, or a knit cap, however you want to refer to it, made out of the wool
Gar-
as well.
Garvu has also made the beanie.
Also, well, I assume caps already exist.
Yeah, but you make the beanie, you make the specific style.
Okay. Uh, I'll make a round topped cap that resembles what we would in modern times refer to as a beanie.
Okay.
And then I'll also make like a pair of pants that are a bit baggy as well. And yeah,
With a lot of pockets. Inventing the
Yeah.
cargo pants.
Oh my
there we
god.
go.
There you
Made
go.
out of
You
Yeah.
guys
wool
just
cargo.
randomly
Man.
made like the skater boy.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
all the words that are thrown at me. So I'm like, okay, add pockets, More pockets. Pockets on
More
the back as
pockets.
well.
It's like Elisa sits there
Well,
and look
because
at
he
it.
doesn't have
Like,
a backpack either, so he needs something to carry all his
yeah,
stuff in.
like he has all his
Yeah.
pockets now that they can fit shit in. There you go.
And he even has a
Pockets.
pocket
Pockets
on
on
the
the.
front of his long sleeve shirt as well. And you know what? Might as well make the cap attached to the shirt. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys decked him
hoodie.
out.
Dear
out
Lord.
We
with
deck him out. He looks like a fucking
with
skating
And
boy
then
now.
any leftover fabric I will use to just make him more stuffed animals.
okay. Uh, dice gods. How much is left over?
He gets like 20 stuffed animals.
Okay, he has 20 stuffed animals.
It's a range of stuff.
Lord.
It's basically just as many animals as Garbu could come up with.
It's a sheep,
Cat,
a
dog, mouse,
sheep,
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 cow,
dragon, wolf,
yeah, dragon, yeah, wolf,
Okay.
wolf,
pig.
deer, pig.
Again.
I don't know. He has like a whole Noah's Ark of animals now.
That is now what his backpack is filled of. Is
Platypus.
just
You got a
stuffed
Wolverine.
animals.
Just stuffed animals. Yep.
Yeah, like but
And they're
every
all
week,
itchy. But
Yeah.
When we
none of
get
them are as itchy as his stuffed cat.
yeah, the cat is like the king of itch.
Oh.
All right.
Listen, if we ever catch somebody and need to torture them, we're just gonna ask Bluro if we can borrow his stuffed animals. And we'll just lay
Oh
them down in this
gosh.
incredibly itchy pile of animals.
Man,
Yeah.
talk about irritating. So, you guys got both your followers, your mini sidekicks, new clothing as they greatly appreciate and seem to be in a lot better mood. You
And
guys
remember
have taken the time to kind of rest yourselves. Anything else before the dinner?
They want to go to the talk, see if you can talk to the dragon or get kicked out.
I think that's fine. I think we could probably go up and be like, hey, we're the champions. Is there any chance that one of us could talk to the dragon?
No, it's like you specifically. It's like I don't care. Like none of us care apart from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just be like you could just come along and then you can go see if you can talk to the dragon or not.
Sounds
It's the
good.
this the like the guild hall, right? It's probably where the dragon is. That's where we have been. Yes, we
I
have been there.
assume so. Yeah.
You've
That's
been there
the
before.
Coliseum itself is the guild hall.
Yes.
We've been there twice, no, 3 times before.
Let's go.
Alright.
You guys head over back to the Coliseum barracks where you can kind of tell that they have most of it blocked off as they're trying to clean up the arena, and you guys can easily ask one of the guards that's there about trying to speak to the dragon. When you guys mentioned the fact that you were contestants plus the fact of actual one of the champions, yeah, I guess. Let me.
It's just him who needs to talk, not all of us. Just him in particular.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Let me see if she is willing to take somebody to talk to. Usually she hangs out in
I'm
the.
also on a quest for the Platinum Dragon, where I'm trying to speak to all of the dragons, if that helps.
Sure.
Come
I'll be right back.
Come on.
And
please.
he goes. It's about like 10 minutes later. He comes back.
Oh, I should have mentioned that we were some of the people who tried to help them during the Golden Summit.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
As there's another guard standing, probably still there with us.
Surprisingly
Like the
no,
British guards?
because they
Oh,
are
not as
they're-
uptight here.
they're because of the fact where he went into is kind of like into the Coliseum itself, not into the guild hall part. There's already a lot of guards present, and the fact that you guys seem reasonable, especially just one of you needing to go, there's not a need for like a high security check. So, anyways, he comes back and he's just, yeah, I can escort you up to her. She's still kind of iffy, so probably don't make it into a long conversation.
All right.
But yeah. The rest of you, if you want, you can come sit over here in the shade.
Oh yeah, sure.
So
Yeah,
he escorts
that.
Garbu. You kind of go back into the main part of the Colosseum itself, the very center of it, if you will, and kind of walking against the walls with him until you're led up to the very top part of the Colosseum. And you can probably tell, like, this is probably why it took so long, as one sec, 1 second.
Is it like the nosebleed section, or is
No,
it like the suites?
It's probably up on that platform where they were
it's
standing during the actual
it's
competition, right?
kinda, it's like way above. Imagine like the giant Olympic torch, if you will, except that spot would be like where a dragon would sit. And it's more of like, think of it like
Oh, that's good.
sunbathing. There's not walls, there's no furniture, it's just a giant platform, enough for her to kind of.
As a cold-blooded reptile myself, laying out in the sun does sound quite appetizing. Like you said.
um but he
Man, I should
escorts
have
you all the way to the
picked that
top,
time.
and he's like, yeah, just she's still recovering, so just try not to A, piss her off too much, and B, not make a long conversation, if that's.
Yeah, understood. The only dragon that I've managed to piss off was Jathler, but he was kind of already that way, just to be fair.
I mean, it's not wrong.
How does he react when I tell him about Jathler?
He's just
Joseph's face.
What?
It's like,
No change.
he's just okay. You know your way back, right? Because I really don't want to stay up here. I got
DM, do I remember the way back?
it's not hard at all. It's more of just you go
It
down
was
a
just a lot of
long
effort.
flight of steps and then just follow the way back out of the exit.
Debates whether it'd be easier to just jump off from the top.
Cannonball.
Yeah. Listen, if Clarence is at the bottom, he could just feather fall me.
You're not close to your friends if you were to
Yeah, I
jump,
know.
but you know. So, anyways, he's just
oh, God.
But yeah, as long as you kind of understand, Miss Zelor, I brought this
I
kobold
thought it
who
was
wanted.
No, Ozoloth is Prover. This is Zealer. Sorry.
Yes.
I just had the wrong one, wrong place.
That kobold here wanted to speak to you. Yes, that's fine, thank you. And he's not a problem. You need anything, just chuck him off the side. And he just starts walking down.
That would work.
And
I
she like starts to turn around where she was facing outwards, towards kind of like the eastern side of the city, if you will. She slowly starts to turn to kind of face you, and you can see now a little bit underneath her neck and a part of her chest is heavily scarred. Like there's scales that looks like they're not regrowing back. There's massive wounds, all just front part of hers, as she kind of turns around.
sorry about what happened to you and Thuzel back at the Golden Summit. We were there and I tried to help heal, I think, Thuzel a little bit.
I
Oh,
am
I healed the
aware.
fuck out of her.
Or was it the bronze dragon or the black dragon that we
I healed,
tried to
I
heal?
healed both of them. I healed both of them like a
Healed
maniac.
both?
He
Mhm.
Well, I think they
At
fell
least-
very far away from each other.
not yes and no. It was, you could kind of see from a distance where they were, where the other one
I think
was.
I healed both of them for like 48 HP or
But
something.
it was more of you guys stopped at one and then went to the other, because it was I believe it was the bronze dragon that you guys were more focused on healing first.
I think she was worse, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she was worse.
I think I pumped like
remember
40,
that.
50 points of healing into it because I remember like burning everything.
Yeah,
But I
I just
and you
cast
wasn't
one cure wounds
wasn't
on
the
both of
only
them.
healer there.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
there were other
Yeah.
healers like trying to get
Yeah,
them
yeah.
to come back up. So, anyways,
Clear. Yeah, it was
um,
like one of those situations.
Hmm.
yes, I remember. You look a little bit different. I assume your armor's changed.
Yeah, I've upgraded it a little bit myself. If
He's
you need
crisp.
any metalworking done, I could
No
maybe
longer
help you
frying
with
pans.
any sort of metalworking you might need. But
I specifically do not need any assistance, but thank you.
I kind of assumed not, but I thought I would offer nonetheless.
So, what do I owe this visit? Is
I've been,
everything okay?
oh, yeah, everything's been going really great for me and my friends, especially with the tournament. I hope that was a pretty good show for you. Um,
It
but
was good. I'm just not in my usual spirit of it as much.
the guard said you were trying to recover.
I am. I'm.
Message.
Eh,
Sorry, one second.
Okay.
My son took his diaper off and threw it at my wife, and she said she needs help. I will
Yes.
try to finish this.
No, we can
Uh,
come right back. We can take a small
okay.
break.
Let me
Or I can pull. We
run
can
down
have
and
a
help her because
Yes.
it sounds like he's giving her a very rough time.
You go do that.
Meanwhile, we're sitting there like I'm sitting like trying to teach Lucy and Luro how to play tic-tac-toe together, and I'm like, so you have like this grid, and then you like one of you is a circle, the other one is a cross, and then you take turns. So you want to get like 3 in a row.
Oh, okay. I think I can do this. And like Lucy just confidently like kind of puts a smirk on.
Yeah.
We'll do this. The first one would be actually no, I wanna
I'm no longer at restarting. I'm now at cleaning up.
that's sad still.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Not bad, not bad.
At 4 updates, so yeah, it seems like there was a lot of updates.
Okay.
I can't see anything. What's happening?
So out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5 games that they've kind of like quickly done, they both have won once, and they've drawn the other 3 times.
I mean, yeah, that happens a lot.
So, I'm
This is
not.
like a game you can play anywhere. You can like play it in the dirt because it's so easy to play. So if you're like out in the woods, you're like a bit bored, you can just sit there and go like, hey.
Lucy does kind of stop and looks at you and just. So, where is it that you're from, Elise?
I whip out the map. I'm like, right here, and I point a little like at the mountains.
So your tribe lives in the mountains?
On the side of it, another tribe. It's just a city like this but smaller.
Does
Oh! Sorry, there's a spider on me. Spider was on me.
You see a
I got-
jump, I'm like, oh, spider.
Ow, son of.
I got scared. Spider was on me. I was like,
Did
It's okay. It's okay. It. I know you didn't see it coming.
well? Did you guys able to make any sense out of the letter?
Yeah,
Well-
yeah. You were there, no? Did you already forget?
Well, I mean, he did message you, and maybe she
Oh,
was
I
doing
just-
something else.
Okay. Well, for recapping, because you was drifting off. It was literally retelling what they told you, but then in Undercommon, and then we haven't he sort of figured out where, like, we sort of figured out where it would be. So we're thinking about going there, because it might be connected to the people who attacked our villages or towns.
I would.
I'm mostly really interested in it because, like, for me, it doesn't really like to me. It was like we were lucky in a way, but so we might get like 2 birds in 1 stone, where we figure out something for you and figures out something for him.
Well, we
Because
would.
it might be that if there's a few scenarios, I don't know if you've ever heard about like, and then she like in the dirt she draws like a circle. So this is our plane, and then she draws like a bunch of little circles around it. These are like the inner planes, and then you have like the outer planes. So either these people came from one of the other circles through portals, or they came from another place on our plane, and they have a prison, a magical prison there. I'm more leaning towards the latter, because and that might be that your parents are being held in the same place as, or is it 8 as his parents? Parent, sorry.
Um, speaking of that, could I get that coin that I gave you?
Do you feel ready for it?
I think so. And then I get the feeling that she's probably not with them. Otherwise, I don't know how Garby would have been able to communicate with her as he wasn't able to with my my parent and my brother.
Mm. I mean, if you're ready for it, I mean, that's all up to you. I mean, it's yours.
I think I'm ready.
Okay, well, at least as she's explaining this to Lucian, like drawing things, she like grabs it out of her bag and gives it to him.
Take it. And I'll just find us. Get up, take the coin, sit back down, and then I'll just focus on the coin a little bit, and then try to use the sending on it to message Lillian.
So with all these L names.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I should just change the name. Just change it.
The message who?
Lillian.
Vivian.
Lillian, not Vivian. This isn't Dragon Age.
My
Vivian.
son. So
Yeah.
he pooped. He got
Yeah.
his diaper changed. He took his diaper off. He peed all over his play area.
Nice.
And then he threw his removed diaper that was slightly dirty, but not very dirty since he took it off to pee, at my wife's face.
Nice.
What
Like
a
him.
champ.
Headshot.
And then he
Killed
got
him,
apple
right?
That
sauce at the end of it as a reward. So,
Yeah, you give him a high five. He deserves all that effort. Anyways,
Yeah, I mean, that's
Um,
quite advanced. So I mean,
so,
like, go get,
yeah.
well done.
I mean, he did a lot in that time. So
so you message your sister again, and like the thought kind of creeps into your mind about the first time of the continuous laughter that that she was
As he's like
given.
as he's busy talking, I sneakily sneak on the bracelet of heartbeat, and I'm just keeping an eye on it.
It's not going crazy, but it's a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit,
waiting for it to go crazy. I'm
it's a
waiting
little
for it.
bit above normal. So, if you cast it, what do you?
Lillian, it's me, AF. Are you okay? Where are you? Do you know where you are? Please. I'm here to help you.
You said the same thing twice.
I know. He hasn't used
I
this
got you
before.
ruined the rest of the message.
his his heartbeat is definitely starting to go up.
Oh, okay. Alright. Do you know where Mom and our brothers are?
Penis.
As it kind of goes through, um, about almost an instant reply of you start to hear her laughter again. And then where are you? I need to find you.
I'm looking at his heartbeat.
And it kind of goes back into laughter again.
I assume his heartbeat is going fucking insane at this point.
And then as it ends, that laughter strangely once again slightly echoes into your mind, and just you hear just the insanity of echoes going on. And then you continue to hear just, where are you? Where are you? And it's like different pitches. But you've never had this type of experience before. But you're in the shade. It's not too it's not really as hot outside. But you start to sweat, thinking you're like, it is getting hot.
I'm just looking at the
I'll
braces,
quickly.
like fucking going panic mode. I'm like, takes it off. I'm
I'll
like,
quick,
okay.
What did I
gonna,
miss?
Everything.
gonna quickly stand up. I need to go get some air.
We're outside.
Yeah, I need more air.
I mean, I could see the heartbeat. Don't worry about it. I know that whatever happened rattled you really, really bad.
That is an understatement.
I mean, the thing like it switched color so fast. I thought it was one color. I mean, do you need anything?
He doesn't sound well.
I mean, I figured that the first time.
Well, I thought maybe if I talk to her, it might break her out of whatever.
Also, go stand a little bit over there. Thank you. And then I shake the snow globe on him, and then I stand back a bit.
As a lot of people kind of like
It's snowing.
stop and stare at this one spot that is just snowing.
I'm not moving. Not moving for a little bit.
You're like,
That
ah,
feels good.
cold.
There. Ah, cold.
I just look at the other people. I'm like, the fuck? What you look at that?
What are you looking at? Yeah.
Just
You got a problem with snow?
continue to move.
I throw snow at one of them. Ha!
Do you want to go?
Fucking come at me, bruh.
He,
Snowball fight in the middle of
he-
the town.
he-
That entire.
Luro, help me back! Luro, help me back! I just hold myself back against Luro.
Lord's just like
No, I
he's-
feel like Luro instantly puts his hands down, and you have to like grab them and put
Yeah,
them
listen,
back on you.
I'm like, hold me back, Luro, holding his arm against
the guy just like shakes his head and it's just whatever, and just keeps going.
Hit him again with a snow wall from range. Loser.
Some
Anyway.
ice in there.
So as that's happening, Garber, back to you.
What? Before that,
No,
what exactly did I miss?
Don't worry about it.
Nope.
Just Aeth message sister. That's all it is.
We played tic tac
Okay.
toe. I learned.
And I was
I
here
thought.
for that, but
That's
I
it.
taught them tic tac toe.
She's still insane,
Finally on.
quote unquote.
Listen. Or sociopathic.
one
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We left off with the dragon. We had basically both talked about the Golden Summit, and then she asked why I was there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, So I started out on a path um, to become a dragon, following instructions from the Platinum Dragon, and I spoke to Paragon, a few others. Um, I mentioned to the guard that Jathler was a little bit of uh, a-hole, to play into the same themes as some of the themes from the tournament. Um, and most recently I spoke to Gazarath, Gozerath, um, and now I've come here, and since we were in the area, I figured it was time to try to speak to you again. I see that you have recovered a bit from the Golden Summit. Um, but I've learned a few things in my time traveling, such as every action I take has consequences, more or less. There's a reaction to it. If I choose to continue on this path, there's the chance that if I mess up, things could go very bad, but also the chance that if I succeed, I could help a lot of people. And I really think that that is an important thing to be able to do is to help people. Though in more recent times, I've been uh, taught more that there's more responsibility to it than just helping people. That there's with the great power that comes from being a dragon, there are great responsibilities that one must take upon themselves, and
If
I
I
just
may interrupt, um, what did you speak of with Jethlor, if I may ask?
I basically came in to talk to him, and he almost instantly told me that I needed to um can I roll an insight check real quick while I'm explaining? I want to
On
read if she's I want to read in that question if she's more asking about like if she's trying to get information about Jethler's current conquest mindset or if she's just actually curious. Because I know that there's kind of rumors of war going around, and I'm trying to gauge whether that her question's more based around the side of I want information for my side of the war, or if it's actually based around like, oh, why does he think Jathler's an a-hole?
okay. So as
That makes
you,
sense.
yeah,
Finally.
go ahead and roll, and then explain kind of like whatever your
Ooh, not good. Um, any information before I explain, or just still go through the explanation?
um. I mean, she's so
Not much.
far
Not much.
she
If
so far she's really spoken very little. She's acknowledged that she does remember some form of you. Um, back when all of this happened. One could probably think, in terms of her scars, in terms of the rumors, that she's still heavily recovering, not really doing too much. Uh, she might still be fixated on that whole event.
yeah,
And one could, when you're in a sense traumatized, if you will, by something, you could probably remember a lot of details that you really probably wouldn't have thought about if nothing happened. So, um,
what exactly is? Oh, he's taking a short rest. Okay.
I just finally got on. Sorry. I
no,
just
you're good. You're good.
I was just
finally.
confused. I was like, what the heck? Who's
Um,
rolling? I was like, is the DM killing me? That
she's
was honestly why I
slowly
panic clicked.
just like chewing on you. Um,
I just heard dice, 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 and I was like,
so it's hard to gauge of what her pure interest is. She just is at this moment kind of curiosity. That's the best I could probably say.
um, well, I don't know how much you know about the situation in Vermont, but Jathler's kind of Gathler and the guild are kind of trying to establish in their wordings that they're trying to secure the region around them, but an in a somewhat outside perspective from what their reasonings are, it seems more like they're going on a possible path of conquest, and he kind of tried to kill me after I refused to join his path of conquest and said that I thought I should continue down the path that the Platinum Dragon set before me. And then Paragon kind of stepped in, and now I think I made their relationship bad, if it wasn't already bad,
Kind of just
which it kind of seems like it was already
does
bad.
like a sigh. She kind of gazes out as you're speaking and just let's just say relationships between Paragon and Jethlore are not as far great before you got them to intervene with each other. Jethlore is a vicious, can't even say vicious, vicious.
Aggressive,
Vicious.
possibly.
Vicious.
He is a very vicious dragon. He's helped a lot to fight back against our brethren, but he's not one made for sitting down. But he is indeed one of the top ranks amongst us that remain. Even I do not hold a candle to him in this state. I might be probably one of the lowest.
My understanding is kind of that he and Hanzu were two of the older dragons in the pantheon. I don't know what the word would be.
Han-
Garbu wouldn't know what the word would be either, so he'd be like in the group, pantheon, conglomeration. That's my word of the day for today.
Conglomeration.
make a let's make a
Corporation.
general persuasion check.
Dang, 19. One of my best persuasion checks ever.
I love that. That was like 19.
Hans,
Listen, I looked over and I thought it was a 9, and then I was like, no.
Hansu, before his transformation, was the weakest of us. I was somewhere in the middle. If it puts into context of what his transformation did, just mere moments to not just me, but to Thusel, he's far more dangerous, and Jethlore might have at least a solid sounding of his current goals. Not saying that they're right.
In the moment, it didn't come across as for protection. It came across more as an expansion of power, if that makes sense.
If I can ask, were you a part of his guild to make a bold statement to a random individual?
I was in the past. They were very adamant about me coming in to join with this effort and very angry when I refused.
I see. A little bit of advice. Are you with any other guild at this time?
Not at this time.
You want to start trying to find an ally. I wouldn't be surprised if he's already sent his judges to come look for you.
Paragon told Jethler that I was directly under her protection.
If it
So
helps,
if
do you
anything, I'm at least
see
allied
Paragon
to...
here?
No, but I can talk to her pretty quick.
True. My advice is you need to be careful. Paragon might be in something she can't be away from. I'm not saying for you to join us. I'm just saying you need to find somebody that will back you in case.
Have
If you
Paragon and Gozerath told you about the dragon under Sharnwick out of curiosity? They may not have in your weakened state.
I might have received a message or two, but I'm in no condition or right of mind to research or look into these facts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That popped into my head and I thought it was significant for you to know something about that in your region, sort of.
It is okay. So, what is the question that you... like you could see, she kind of looks like she reels back from a little bit of a pain as she kind of then comes back and, excuse me, not to be rude, and kind of just shifts a little bit, but you could still hear her voice as she kind of slightly echoes. You can either make a insight or persuasion, not persuasion,
Perception.
yeah, perception or a insight.
25.
Oof.
You can tell that she seems to be highly uncomfortable, and it may not be what you're talking about, just probably her condition, and it seems as though she may not be able to sit still in one place, but you can see just even as she turns more scarring and damage, not as bad as her chest area, but it seems as though she probably can't do much than to be around this area.
May I try to help you a little?
It is okay. I've received countless of healings. Some of these just take time, but the pain itself continues.
I was just gonna try and give you a slight buffer that might just help you through a bit of the day.
I have schedules of healing, if you will, throughout the day, and it's been like that almost ever since.
But this is less in the realm of healing and more in the realm of just aid and giving a little bit of extra buffer on top of your normal
I will be okay.
healthiness. Alright.
Save your magic for yourself. So, what is it that you came to seek?
Would you happen to have any advice for me as I follow the Platinum Dragon's path?
What do you think about emotions? Do you think they could cloud one's judgment? Or do they heavily solidify one's choices that they make? Or something else entirely different?
I think they can do both. They can both cloud your judgment if, for example, somebody who you care about is the person you need to stop, or they can affirm and sort of fortify your emotions if you care strongly for something and feel a conviction about it. It's a mixed bag. My friends have kind of been really teaching me a lot that there isn't really a black and white situation. Everything's really more of a gray, where things can be both good and bad.
I think my advice is you need to be sure who you want to develop any sort of emotions with. They really could cloud your judgment, as you would want to do things to make sure that they are safe. You might even make a sacrifice or lower your guard in hopes that they will be unscathed by whatever is forcing your hand. But if you had no attachments, you could probably do what's best for the most people under your protection. Even though some might disagree with your choices. I don't know if mine counts. That's kind of like a low growl.
If she doesn't seem to react when I start casting a spell, I will cast Aid on her just to give like a slight buffer of hit points on top of her
Counterspell.
normal to
Hmm.
kind of
Okay.
Counterspell.
possibly help with the pain. It's not really healing as much as it would be some sort of buffer, possibly.
Uh, is it by touch or is it just something you can see?
It's a distance.
Okay.
I
You
think creatures you can see within 30 feet or something.
okay? So you
I'd
kind
also give it to myself, I guess, since I'm casting it.
you go
Unless,
to
is there a third creature up here?
no. I mean, there's a random bird.
Plot twist.
I'll give it to a random bird.
Okay.
Where it fucking gets jacked off. It's like,
Elise
Ugh.
like actually goes, shoots a bird and it doesn't fall. Son of a bitch.
No, I think
Anyway,
Sword
you
had
deal more than
muscles?
6 damage.
so
Starbucks.
Why
I mean,
don't
if I
you-
start
as
casting a spell and she seems to react, I will stop.
no, since
instantly.
it's something that you can see it like as it kind of like tries to shimmer a little bit over the outside of her body, and just you can see as she takes a just breath and then tries to continue. I don't know if mine counts as dragonly advice. Just keep in mind, you following this path, you will face those tough choices. And you will have to start making choices on who you want to protect and how much damage you're willing to take in order to protect the other.
Thank you.
If I may be bold and ask where you are heading to after this city.
I think the next city we really have plans for is to go to Storm Fair, meeting up with some possible allies, possible not.
Okay. Then never mind.
Uh, did you need me to deliver something?
It's not in your direction that you are traveling. I'll try to
What's
find
that? I think
another
we're
way
heading further east.
towards Ares Gate.
It would be along our route, I think. I think we're going a little further north, but we would have to pass that.
If you do decide to go there before you reach there, do you have the capabilities of magically messaging me?
Yes, I do.
I would be greatly appreciated if you could. I know there's people not shooting fireworks again.
They probably are. They were probably left over.
It's the 8th of July. What is
It's America. That's all it.
America.
So, anyways,
America? Yeah,
Hey,
it's
4 times 2
America.
is 8. That just means they need to set off twice as many fireworks.
Please, let's not give our country any ideas here.
they've already had them.
Ideas, it's
Anyways,
already, yeah.
so
It's already happening. You don't hear Joseph talking
do
about people
you
setting off fireworks?
do you ask her anything else or say anything or
So you just need me to send you a message when I'm in Aries Gate
Just before.
before, if
Or
you don't mind?
before?
It's
Alright.
more of a private message, but it's hard for me to get a word out.
I will, out of character, I will try to remember that.
In character, Garbu's like, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
I don't care if you
If she
remember or
insight
not.
checks, she probably reads that Garby's thinking, I might not remember.
She's facing away from you at this point in time. So,
I'll definitely send you a message. I'm pretty good about sending those.
well, just keep in mind what I said. If he is serious, he'd send his judges out. They will be a little bit bold to come through part of our territory, but there's been almost a huge agreement a while back that they almost have free reign to go anywhere.
I would say to be careful, as he seems a bit more concerned with expanding power than protecting people. But
He won't be able to do much from his side of the lake. My allies would have that stopped if it was something of the sorts. And if he tried to come through the east side, he'd he'd face just a tough opponent as any with the vanguard.
Duzel is the dragon in Aries Gate, right?
That is correct.
I thought I had remembered during the Golden Summit hearing that it was the three closest dragons who sort of presided, or that Garbu wouldn't know that word, who sort of watched over the Golden Summit.
As she almost seems like she kind of not dozed off, but like spaced out.
I'll go now so you can take a nap. If
Thank
that
you.
would sound good.
You
Good night.
have a safe trip.
You as well. I'll message you when we're close to Aries Gate.
And you start your track down and
Debates jumping off the edge, and then starts the track down.
you regroup with your companions as it looks like Elise has started. She had, if she does do this, she would have had to create a few different piles of snow for a snowball fight to start happening, kind of like outside the front area.
Sure.
But That's kind of
It's
what
no
you
chaos.
come back to.
And you
So
have 8 sitting in a
Also,
corner in the snow.
out of character, how the heck is Hanzu spelled?
H
Because every
O
single time,
H O N S U.
because I spell it like different every single time, and I need to stop that.
Well, again, for most of my dragon spellings, you should be able to go to the. Is it? Yeah,
I don't think he is on there.
you. Yeah, yes, I think he should be.
He is.
Oh, if he's not, that's fine. I don't care. Shows you how
I
much
have
of
all
a.
the other ones.
I don't care enough about him. He betrayed me.
Oh wow. He betrayed you?
He betrayed me.
You
Traitor.
should kill him for that.
I'm trying,
He's
but
sus.
mofos are getting away from me.
He's the imposter. God, those are some dated references.
He's sus. Anyways,
Sussy Baka.
so you all regroup. Anything beforehand, or do you want to go straight to the?
We could
Hey,
take on some judge bringers, right?
I look at 8 first. Like you see Elise looking at 8 as she comes back and she's like, huh. Anyway, what? Sorry.
what?
8 are you still
Judge.
sitting there?
It feels nice. The snow feels great. It's nice and cold.
So what did you get back? Did you get more lab back or what's the deal?
She wants to know where I am at.
Oh, she wants to kill you?
Who?
I can't say no to that, and I can't say yes to that because I don't know.
I look at Garbu, that's definitely a yes.
Oh.
I mean, am I wrong? No one's
No,
protesting, I'm
you're
not
not.
wrong. Okay, no one's protesting.
No.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not.
So what did you say judge bringers?
Yeah.
Right? That's what they're called, isn't it? Yeah. As
Do we
somebody
want
Mhm.
with
from
them?
the city.
She said Jather may be sending them to kill me.
Okay.
We're good, right? We could handle that.
Depends on how many there are.
DM, do I have an idea how much they might send after like enemy number 1 on the FBI's most wanted list?
So you do know that again, judge bringers, depending on the person of the circumstances, they typically don't. While they are known as pretty much the judge and executioners, about 90% of the time they're bringing people back for trial or for whatever.
They'll
There's
probably try to bring me back alive.
there's only a very small chance of, depending, like if this person is like just a huge threat to society, then like yeah, this is one of those dead or alive. Probably dead would be the easier way. So, but
They're
you
probably gonna
Probably
kill you.
want me back alive.
No, they
you
probably want you dead.
Yeah,
you
they
know
want you dead.
that
As somebody who committed treason and
And you're also like
bad
drag
back talk the High Dragon.
and you're also
And it.
protected by the dragon he hates.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's tough to tell how many could possibly come. Whether they do usually travel in pairs, unless you come across like the ones that tend to do more scouting for things, like the one that you guys rescued up north in the woods. He's more
If
of
he gets sent after me,
uh
Cruel
there
irony.
there's more of scouts, if you will, but if it's a party, they usually travel somewhere between at least 2 to 5, depending on who they're trying to go and get.
I think we'd be able to handle it. I think like 2, 5 probably. Maybe 1 if they're just trying to scout it out, but
Or we just
probably 2 to
sacrifice you
5.
to the judge bringer god.
It's like 50-50 chance they could try to bring me back alive. I think
50.
probably maybe more like 40-60.
30-70.
Well, like, 'cause I feel like if they bring me back alive, they might be scared that Paragon would try to get in between them again.
And if they kill you, she might get involved with that anyway.
Yeah, but at least
I
then
mean,
they achieved what they wanted.
if they kill you, we can resurrect you within a minute.
Yeah.
That was
Maybe don't
that
tell them.
you added that in very quickly.
Yeah, because it's like looks at a piece of paper. It says a minute.
The cooking time.
Is it like dot within a minute?
No, it's like a
Overall, it went
it's
pretty
like a
well.
recipe.
The preparations.
It's like 300 gold worth of diamonds, third level spell slot, one action to cast.
Put it on 350. Let it bake
Let
for
him
a
cook.
minute.
Let him cook.
For a minute.
Ah,
No, it's
I
like
mean,
We need a
three
chance.
350 for 10 minutes, or if you want it done in a minute, you got to put that put that bitch on blast.
3,500 degrees.
We need the
Let's
sun
do
in
it.
this spot.
350. Yeah, 350 Celsius at that
Anyways,
point. Getting cooked, my boy. So I don't know.
Sunny side up.
We'll cross that bridge if it needs to be crossed. I mean, I don't really.
Is there a way to like avoid being tracked?
I mean, we could turn you invisible if you want.
I mean, you could change how you look, change your armor
Also,
style. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I think she might be asking me to relay a message to Thuzel for her,
Okay.
or at least somebody who's in Ares Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'll forget that. Don't worry about it.
Does she want
I'm
you to
sure we'll
message
all
when
remember
she
that
gets?
without any problem.
I maybe lose your lower remember, but I don't think so either.
Yeah, that's iffy for.
Thorough,
now.
dedicate that to your memory. You're really good at remembering and tracking things.
Oh
look at
my
Leo-
gosh!
I
And
look
if
at
he
Lero.
forgets,
Forget it. No. I just shake my head at Lero from behind Garb.
he just like kind of does his shoulder.
I mean,
I do
Um,
thumbs
got
up.
the animals
I do,
and new
I do
clothes.
thumbs
I'm
up.
just asking
You
for
know,
one favor.
I would have asked for a history check from somebody, but the fact that they didn't see it, I can't ask for it. So,
damn it! Moments I hate being blind.
Yeah,
It's
sucks.
fine.
You gotta stop being blind.
Sucks to be. Yeah.
hey, it's
So
unique.
to add to
I
the
out of character, I think they're probably in a relationship, the two dragons.
mm,
Because
Eh.
the way she was talking, like it was a personal message, and yeah, Garber didn't share that it was said to be a personal message.
Anyways,
to add to the possibility of being chased by people, my sister might be chasing us now. So
I mean, she doesn't know where the fuck you are. How would she know?
she might.
So that because you didn't tell her because you can't tell her because that's not how the spell works.
No.
If you tell her where we are, I'm gonna literally like bind you to a tree and let her fuck you up. There you go.
Okay.
So you know, like you're just
Yeah.
warning you to like preventing you to do something really stupid. Because I feel like you might want to meet your sister, but I don't know if you want to meet this version of your sister.
Yeah.
Well, you can think about
She
it.
kept-
Maybe you.
She kept laughing and then asking where I was. Where am I? In like
as
differing.
even
tones
as you say it,
and
like it
pitch.
kind of comes back as an echo in your mind.
I'll cast Thaumaturgy as well and repeat the laughter I heard.
I hit Garber with my silver hand.
You don't see me cast the spell. I'm outside your 30 feet.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No.
I am now. I am now. Cover box
Yeah.
away.
I walk out, cast it, and then walk back in.
Totally not suspicious.
Mm.
I throw a snowball at Aid's face as Garber does that to distract him.
You can't see the snowball coming either.
Yeah.
So,
You just feel Elise shift slightly, and then you get hit with snow.
Oh.
Yay, too much.
So Aid,
Yeah.
now we're done bullying you. Serious time. I think your sister is absolutely fucking insane. For real. And I know it sucks, but unless we have some form of solution for that, I think we should stay far away from that forest fire.
Hate,
I think we.
hate the thought that that's how she is now. But I can't
I
really
mean,
do much about that right now.
imagine where you could have been if you hadn't been helped.
Probably dead.
What if you tell her a location and we like set up a
Ambush,
well, ambush might be the wrong word, but like a
trap.
scout almost.
Intervention. Oh, scout. Yes.
I was thinking we like hide and wait for that. Do you know anything about
You know, we have other
her?
things to do first. Let's leave the
Yeah.
insane sister for later.
Like dinner? Oh, I thought about inviting Zellor to dinner, but she seemed really tired and she's trying to recover still from the stuff.
Oh, she got
Did,
really messed up the last time, didn't?
did they
From
ever
what I
try to check for like a curse or residual magic on her?
I'm gonna be honest, Eighth, I kind of thought that you worked for her and Thuzil when we first met, and then
I was under contract from the guild to watch over. I was the one that brought Hanzu over when you call for emergency. So yeah,
technically we all are responsible for Hanzu turning?
I'm
Question
not
mark?
responsible. What the fuck are you talking about? I was just sitting there chilling.
I was following orders.
Oh yeah, so we're responsible for some fucking
I'm saying since
spirit entity coming out of fucking nowhere, and then like
to be fair, since Hanzu was the weakest of the dragons, and now he's stronger than most of them, maybe it's a good thing that he was the one that got attacked
well, if it has a limit
on
on how
a
strong it can make the dragon.
pragmatic level. What if that limit is based on how strong the dragon was to start?
Well,
Shit.
it's the biggest noodle of them all at least, so it's gonna like regardless is the weakest one we can fight.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. At least it wasn't Jathler, since it sounds like he's the strongest.
Him or Paragon?
I don't like dragons.
Mostly him. The way
Yeah,
it
mostly.
sounds.
I feel like they sort of missed the whole point of it. Great power comes great responsibility part.
He's also extremely vicious.
Vicious.
Based on
Yeah.
what I've heard so far, it doesn't sound like the other dragons are scared to badmouth Jathler.
So he's
They
not
all
that vicious.
kind of. Well, I think what I'm saying is I think they all kind of think the same as us. They just don't want to voice that because it kind of undermine him a little if all the other dragons are now going like, yeah, that one's an a-hole.
I mean, I
He
sort of feel
sucked.
like that. I feel like the dragons are just a bunch of squabbling siblings.
Just kind of give that kind of like Clarence's siblings. As I look over at Clarence and Luro.
At least yours isn't. At least theirs aren't insane. Trying to
I
kill
don't
them.
even know my siblings. Besides you, Laura. So how can we be squabbling?
They're trying to kill you?
They stalked you for a long time.
I was like squabbling without saying anything. So it's like I'm mad at you, but I didn't even tell you I'm mad at you. I'm just gonna try to
They're
kill you
just-
instantly.
They're just giving me the silent treatment. We haven't even actually fought. Okay?
Yet.
I mean, two of them already fought.
Did we?
That's just brotherly love.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you no, no, but like but the Gar is not part of that family.
Laura
No,
is
I was
just
talking
kind of
about
like
Lauro and then the other.
Lyra
Laura
fights.
just,
I don't think Lyra fights.
No,
No,
Luro,
no.
you said you don't really fight, right?
Oh Lyra. Oh yeah, he got wounded by the other guy.
Insight check on him shaking his head.
make an insight.
After I was told recently I need to be careful who I trust and let in. A little more questioning.
Oh yeah, so
More
you're gonna like
questioning.
yeah, you got
Well,
an insight.
now you're
gonna,
good, Luro. You're great.
So you're gonna
You're
insight
great.
check.
You're
You're gonna
wonderful.
insight check the one that is like the least fucking
Threatening.
yeah.
I mean, he's not threatening now, but what about when he goes into Ultra Instinct mode?
Yeah, well then
Dun,
we
dun, dun, dun.
That's why you need to make more stuffed animals so he remembers your instinct that you made all the stuffed animals for him.
That's
I mean, if he
exactly
goes
the
Hulk,
point,
just get puppies.
You should make like one of those
He-
mats that has like the roads on it.
He says he doesn't like fighting, but that doesn't mean he's never won something. You
He
can't
could be a
lose.
great fighter. He might
You-
just not like it.
You can't lose if they can't touch you.
Yeah, it touches.
And he can teleport like instantly as well. So he just teleports away, teleports back, and stabs you, and then teleports away.
It's whole
Teleport
person
Stabs
the
you
best.
again.
Whole person the bastard to teleport this bitch.
I
But
mean,
I
well,
think
the
this
one
is
time.
just mental. I don't think he even has to move his
Yeah, but you're
hands.
parallel. You're just
Does paralyze your brain?
well, psychic lance the
Yes.
bastard. Stun him and stun his mind.
So, anyways,
Are we sure
Anyway,
it's a good idea to talk about killing him in front of him?
no.
No, it's all jokes. It's all jokes.
So, I can't even psychic lance
He's
him.
probably been around his siblings while they talk about killing us, right?
Lou just kind of looks down.
Yeah, they see. There you go.
Yeah.
And probably not
There
us.
you go,
Probably
yeah.
him. Voice Clarence.
Shit,
job,
they're on to me.
yeah.
Get me out. I need an evac.
I jump at him. I'm like, ah, bastard.
24/17, 24/17,
Uh,
24/19, 24/19. Get him!
Yeah. so we
Oh,
should
my
go
God.
meet. What time is it?
I
First
cast
off,
stone shape. I
that's
trapped the arrow in the wall.
That's a 2319, good sir. I just want to make sure that
23/19, 20. Was it 23/19? I thought it was 24/19. I'm sorry.
no, because it's supposed to be the first two letters of like sock or something like that. So
I thought it was the number for one of the rooms in the art school that they went to or something.
no.
Huh.
That's something else, isn't it? That's also a Pixar reference.
Anyways, it's getting later, but it's not dark.
Anything
yet.
else on the
Good
list
one.
of bullshit?
Yeah, she said to meet her at like sundown, right?
Yeah, but that's like, well, is there
At
anything else
yeah.
you want to do?
such restaurant. I guess go shopping. If is there any
What do they
store
want?
that sells like magical stuff?
Barbershop, haircut.
Do you need do you need a haircut?
I don't know. It feels like it's getting kind of
I
long.
take my helmet off and have no hair. I don't.
But I'm looking
I
at
thought you were
him.
gonna say you have. I thought you were gonna say take your helmet off. You got luscious long locks.
Yeah, like fucking a comb with like a fucking mullet.
If Barbara had a haircut, I feel like it would be a bowl cut.
Yeah, for sure. 100% the bowl cut.
Yeah.
Like no question about it.
Bowl cut,
I feel
yeah.
like he cuts it himself. He puts the bowl up there and just snip, 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 snip.
Oh my god. that one hit close to home.
But do you want a haircut, Aid? I mean, you look kind of scruffy. That's true.
I mean, we could do that.
Could.
But if you go get a haircut while we
I
go
mean,
shop, or maybe we split up?
God damn it, you already made shit. I look at Claire's. Can you make barber stools?
Oh, are we doing it here? I
Doing
mean,
anything in
technically,
life?
he's proficient in all tools, so he'd be proficient in barber's tools.
Yeah.
Sure, why
if
not?
such a thing exists.
Sure. Can we
I
let
can
Claire's
make a
roll
stool.
for barber?
Yeah, I can make like a chair for you to sit in, and a
It's more
mirror.
fun.
Probably.
It's
I
it's
will.
more.
I will cut it. If you guys are gonna do it.
I mean, I'll say if it's bad, we'll just take it all off.
He's gonna roll
That's why. That's why I don't. That's why I don't want
Do you
that.
need to make? Do you need me to make a chair and mirror for you?
I'm gonna let
I-
him try to do his sleight of hand with his proficiency, to see how good he can be trying to shave you.
Mm-mm.
Slices open Eighth's neck
And let me put
right
this-
Shit,
across.
Shit,
He's
shit,
doing a
shit,
straight razor shave and just.
shit. Oh, look at that! Hell yeah! And then plus
That's actually
three,
pretty good.
plus 3,
Plus
so
24.
24.
And
I
he
would have
probably
guided him
he
as
has
well, but I
he's-
didn't say it.
and he has Flash of Genius as well back again on short rest, so you can like give
He
it a
probably
+4.
would use it.
Let's be
Okay.
honest, he would.
okay,
He
that
probably would.
that will put him pretty high
28.
28.
because I can't. Oh, it's in the features, not inventory. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
Greatest
Not all
haircut
of it.
Eighth's ever had in his life.
I mean, it
And I
looks so
can't see it.
fucking. It looks so fucking
I
clean.
hold up
Like,
the mirror even, and I'm just like, how's it look?
I don't know.
I mean, like, no bullshitting you, right? Because normally we bullshit the fuck out of you. Actually, looks really good.
Thanks.
I mean, how are you so good at this stuff?
See, now next session you have to shave.
I have to shave. Oh,
Yes.
I shaved like 2 weeks ago.
Sucks.
Yeah, he did a straight razor shave on you, so.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm
so
not
if
straight razor.
if
You have to
nothing
cut your hair as well.
if
Mm.
nothing else, then you guys
No.
we can skip to the night.
Sure.
Were there any magic stores? Magic item stores?
Depends on what you're trying to look for.
Probably like a shield that was enchanted. Those sort of things.
Um,
More like weapons or armor that are enchanted.
for
Garbu's not nearly as creative as Elise over here. Like Garbu isn't going to be like, I want a cloak that always flaps in the wind, even
I
when
mean,
it's
I'm
not.
not. I don't go into a shop like, hey, give me that shit. I just go look at every fucking
Yeah,
place and
Garbu's
like,
not here to look for the weird things like Elise, is what I'm saying.
I like the weird things.
The
That's why
weird
you can
things are
make.
fun. I love the weird things. But Garbu isn't going to go, I want to go seek out the weird. Garbu's going to go, well, my friends are going to the weird, so I might as well too.
I mean, you only have one friend that goes for the weird.
But let's be
And
honest, we
Eh.
follow that friend more than we should.
yeah, don't worry about it.
I
It's,
don't
it's
know
bad.
where.
It's a bad judgment call most time on your guys' end.
Listen, I have to follow somebody, otherwise I don't know where I'm going.
Looking for like a +1 or +2 shield or something along those lines, or just other enchanted items along those parameters.
um
Oh,
Or like a ring of protection, anything along those lines. Garby's just trying to give himself more AC. Not that it isn't
dear
already high
Lord.
enough.
if you're trying to find most of the shields here, if not all of them, would be just regular shields because they tend to go through them. They're not going to focus on trying to enchant
They
them in
just-
any sort of way.
They hold one shield, it shatters first attack. They pull up the next shield and then just
So it's
continue.
double shielding.
it's more of like if you're going to try to get something like that, you would have to pay for the cost on that and the time that it would take.
How much time would it take?
For a +1, which makes it a uncommon. That
I
would
know
be,
that.
that would be like around give or take on the price, but it'd take at least 20 days.
Yeah, like D&D crafting is
have that
absolute
time.
bullshit. Like the D&D crafting system is beyond ridiculous.
On
Like it's the
other
worst thing.
thoughts, could I possibly just hold 2 shields?
No, because then
Why
you would
not?
have no weapon.
Yeah.
He thought about it. Double shield bash.
But if
Double-
I went with no weapon, could I hold 2 shields?
Double fisting.
The DM's thinking.
Why
And get
would you
the
think?
benefit from both.
Get the Captain America shield too, so you can throw it and have it come back.
Yeah, that's gonna be 40 days of
We
enchanting.
can come back to this if you
I
want
mean-
to think on it.
You could, but your basic attacks would be nothing, pretty much.
I can bite.
We can talk about it.
Okay.
That's
I'll-
it.
I'll leave that sit then. Okay, so not really anything that is improved. No, like nothing else like a ring of protection or anything.
They would not have those type of things here, unfortunately.
They're not the most magical town.
No, it's more of they do pride themselves in. It's more of having skills, but they understand that there's people that if you can afford or get such good armor or equipment in terms of like a weapon or armor magical, then yeah, you'd good. But for the most part, you wouldn't find much here.
Any anywhere else anyone wants to shop?
No, I'm cool.
As Garbu spends like an hour just looking at random shields and random stores.
I'm just sitting on
Okay.
I'm sitting on the bench outside. I'm just like, waiting for the parent to come out of the store, kind of deal. Like the kid waiting outside.
Yeah, because they have some things, but it's not
Not
it's
really
not
what I'm
it's not
looking for.
something that you would be looking for.
At some point I guess I'll go to like a junkyard or somewhere that would have like raw materials, like maybe a mine station or something, like not mine station, but like a, since there's a lot of smiths in town, like a warehouse where stuff like raw materials meant to be stored, and try to buy more uh raw material. I'll go, actually this is the town we bought this iron that we currently have from, so I'll just go back to where we bought that. I think it was like
Oh, it was the silver one that you bought up north.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, you can go.
Okay.
How much are you?
I think we bought 100 before, and we have 15 pounds of that left, I believe. So I'll just buy 85 to replenish that.
Okay.
Just the scrap metal. Can be raw or bar form or
Yeah, it's
leftover
like a
metal
bunch of
parts.
random like broken pieces of this or that, and this. Yeah, I'll
Like they started trying to make a sword, but they messed up the blank, so they just tossed it out. Like,
since you're going to a junkyard as well, just make it like I would say 8 silver pieces, maybe.
for 85, all right.
Yeah,
I'll
I
pay
mean, it you're helping clear out space, if you will, and
that. Because they have to more or less pay to maintain their storage. So, makes sense. Garbu would also be familiar with the way junkyards work, probably, and be able to maybe pick out some of the cheaper pieces for what he needs. Alright. Anyone else have anywhere they wanted to shop?
Mm,
No.
I don't think so. No.
Don't want to look at any weird things or anything?
No. I already went
Mm-mm.
to this town and it's not really that exciting.
What'd you see?
Nothing exciting. That's the whole problem.
That's a shame.
Mm.
I guess we just kind of walk around. Maybe explore.
double check.
We time skip until the point we're supposed to meet.
Okay.
Just see the sights around town until then.
No.
Okay. Sorry, I was just doing a quick recheck of everything.
And if Bryce has something he wanted to do, he can voice that later, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
We
not
would have
seeing
still
anything
had
else.
like a few
Okay.
hours.
So, as the time goes on, you guys meet back up at the location where Prime is spoken to you guys, and you can see that when you guys all meet up with her, she does look almost like you know how like military have their presentation uniforms. It's kind of like that, except it's not that straight out. It's definitely more elegant, more conversation social type of uniform. But there's little bits of pieces that looks she has like a dagger or two just in case if anything ever happens. And she's, well, I hope y'all enjoyed whatever was left of your day. You guys feel any soreness or anything?
No.
No, not really. I took a
Yeah.
bit of a nap. I guess I do have a little bit of soreness where I got hit with that sword, but
Many times.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about that real big slash.
Mm.
Well, there is a place over here that I was haven't been to in a bit, and thought it would be a good place for all of us to enjoy. It's more on the quieter end.
Oh yeah, I would have also switched my
Okay.
clothes again to the other outfit.
Okay. And
Garbu's still on his full plate.
not a
It's
problem.
just Garbu's extension of his personality is the plate.
And we will give me like just a minute. We'll be right back. Okay. Hey, welcome back. Okay. So, as you guys are out at dinner, she does take you to this.
Dinner.
Yes. She does take you to this place that they have kind of like a little bit of a little bit. They have some space more towards the back. So when you guys enter into this place, it looks incredibly small. You don't really see tables or anything. You kind of come in and you can see somebody in the front who would take your orders. They'd let you look at the menus there. And then it's you could kind of tell like right behind them is the kitchen area that's like slightly blocked off by the walls. And when you guys get done ordering, you are directed to the side to kind of walk around inside the building, of course. But it takes you like 5 seconds. You walk out into the what you could say like their backyard, and you can see a multitude of tables, and it's almost like this is probably where you would definitely try to take somebody if you wanted to have like a date or something very special. Because it looks like it could be on a little bit of a romantic side. A little bit of lights and kind of like lanterns here and there that gives off just not blinding light of anything, but just enough light to be able to see around. But it feels nice and cozy. And what is the weather like today? Oh, okay. So there's bits and times where the moon itself would have came out as well. So,
Seems
but
like a really nice place.
yes,
What sort of food do they serve? Out of
it's
curiosity.
it's
Deep
kind of
fried cobalt.
it's this city's not necessarily known on their elegance, but this is one that tries to do a little bit. So they would still kind of serve anything from meat to fish, to any sort of vegetarian like stuff. But
What are your rat options like?
this place would.
I look at the rat and I'm like,
I'm okay.
What about pigeon or like other small?
Garbu, this
Chicken.
is a little bit more bigger game, if that makes sense.
Don't say it. Do not say it. Do not say it. I don't.
Okay, I won't say that then. You know what I was gonna say? What was I gonna say?
horse.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Anyways,
Dragon.
Damn it,
okay,
I-
since I can't say what I was gonna say, um, do you have like pig?
Yes.
I'll eat pig.
Okay. Easy enough.
I was worried you were gonna say something way worse. You got like
I'm not gonna say what Garbu was gonna say because you guys seem to think you
Possum.
knew what he was gonna say.
I didn't say anything. It was Ethan who made stuff. I didn't say anything.
So,
I didn't-
over the
I
course,
didn't say
she
possum.
kind of goes through and asks you guys, so, what are your plans on now after all of this? I assume you're not planning to stick around.
Hmm.
I think we are gonna be in town for a bit.
No,
but-
we're gonna travel, look at some
Well,
stuff,
we'll be in and out of town for a bit.
come back, then travel some more, then
Come back.
and
Then
then travel some
more.
more. Just a lot of traveling and a lot of like going places.
Must be nice. Anything interesting through your journeys since the last time we met?
So much. So much.
Dragon
Last time we
attack.
met, you had a crystal guy, right? With you?
Who's the crystal guy? Is he doing okay? He chilling?
Yes, he's been returned back to Prover from where he was originally wanted to go, and that's the last. Kind of walked him through the
What?
front gates, and that was it.
What if that was Clarence's dad in disguise?
As a crystal
Yeah.
In
person.
disguise. Like does it like if you disguise yourself you can look like anyone.
I mean, he didn't want to be recognizable, I suppose, in my theory.
Anyway.
He would stand out a lot more as a crystallized person.
No, but
But,
what
like,
about
he
like you,
wouldn't
you,
look
you
like a
stand out so
goblin.
much. Yeah, you stand out so much you don't stand out anymore.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? It makes sense in its own weird way.
It's like the
Uh,
whole thing hiding in plain sight. It's just like hiding in such an obvious place that people don't think it's obvious anymore.
Yeah.
It's like big brains, like 500 IQ games game day.
I mean, you'd question it more if he was disguised as, like, somebody with, like, their hood up, who was always being, like, shady, than if they were just somebody who's, like, out
Looks at
there.
looks at Clarence.
Expects a response.
Yeah, it's more like he's always like, I put my hood up. I have this and that and that.
Hey, he could be anywhere as far as I'm aware.
I look around and I'm like,
He looks at Prime and he's like, "Are you my father?" No.
Insight check.
What? What?
16.
She's like, "But I do need to be excused for a moment." Like takes off. I'm just kidding.
Clara, are you his father?
I slide her dagger under the table. No.
Anyways,
That's Ace's job to give people weapons.
No, but he.
Fine, I slide her a dagger.
No, just messing
Aeth,
around.
I'm on the other side of the table. More.
Oh,
Like,
sorry,
why-
Laura.
why-
Laura is just like, he's doing
Not
it
again.
again.
I like you hear like a slap sound under the table. He like as Elise slaps Eight's hand.
Ah. Oh wait, no. What if it's this? What if it's a silver hand? Ting.
No, I know where the silver hand is.
I should just make the noise.
Unlike you, I'm not blind.
Well,
Air
that,
horn sounds. Pew, 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 pew.
that does sound like you guys
Is there
have.
an effect on Discord for air horns?
No,
It is there. There is one.
No.
But I'm
don't
not
do
gonna
it.
play it.
That does sound like you guys have done quite a bit.
I mean, yeah,
was like-
dragon attack.
Jealous
I'm
even.
Got a mare in the knee.
I mean, I don't think you. I don't.
Killed an Umber Hulk.
I think
Well,
the
not
whole
really.
getting
Umber Hulk
attacked. by-
almost. Well, we did kill one. Another one almost killed us.
I mean, I
It's-
can't remember any of that.
It's not. It's not necessarily the thought of
Assassinate.
being in the position of there's a chance of dying, but isn't that what adventure is? You put yourself out there on the line of whatever's coming, and you either make it or you don't. You either make it a story that you guys talk about for as long as you remember to the day someone goes.
Yeah, I don't think really being attacked by a mind controlled dragon in the middle of the strait
Ocean.
between. No, sorry, ocean is a big word there. I guess it's part of the ocean, but that wasn't fun. I mean, the reason why we could survive is because we have magical powers.
Well,
That's literally like the only reason why we are still alive to this day. So I don't know. Like I don't really know. I don't really feel like any one of us here does it for like the adventuring per se.
We're kind of banned from a couple towns as well.
No, we're
Towns,
banned from a couple of
cities.
times.
Okay.
We're banned
One
from.
of us is banned from a city. Another one of us is banned from a town.
We're all banned from that town.
We are?
Yeah.
Thought
Yeah.
it was just
Yes.
you. Oh.
No, all of us are banned from that town.
No, not from
Just
no,
a lot.
no. We have different towns. So like that, the first town, Seanwick, like we're all banned there. In
I was
Eastbourne,
talking about
eight,
Eastbourne.
Eastbourne 8 is banned, and then you're banned in
Sharnwick.
Lemont.
I think Sharnwick's kind of a soft ban nowadays, cause
Yeah, I think it's pretty okay right now.
yeah.
Soft band. So it's only
If we
2.5
pass
now.
through, they just want us not to spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, it's more like if we find one of the 4 guards that are the original guards, then we might be in a problem. But everyone
Yeah.
else we're cool with.
Yeah.
Also, we kind of saved the
Eastbourne,
town in a way. Not safe,
yeah,
but like made it less uncomfortable.
we helped them, even if most of them don't know.
It's fine.
Or care.
Almost all of them except for one cat
So like
dragon
cat,
thing.
it's a pseudo, like the name misleads. It's not actually a dragon. That's why it's
Oh, it's a
pseudo.
pseudo. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know what pseudo means? You already had
It
your word
was
of the day.
it was my word of the day on one of the random days that we skipped through due to
Oh,
traveling.
okay.
He has a list.
Convenient.
Yeah. I mean, I have all the old ones, and I pulled up all the old pieces of paper.
Like
I'm just like,
flashcards.
you need a dictionary. I can get you a dictionary.
Or a
Well,
binder.
But we are hard banned from, well, 8th is hard banned from Eastbourne, and I'm hard banned from Beaumont.
I think yours is way worse than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I go back there, the dragon's gonna kill me.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I made a personal enemy of a dragon, by the way. But I've made some personal friends of other dragons, so you win some,
Evens
you lose
out.
some. Even what?
you guys
Evens out.
don't
Yeah.
make it sound like an adventure, but that's what it sounds to me.
We just
Yeah.
also then stare at each other. We just go like,
I guess it sounds.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it sounds like an adventure, but it's like,
I mean, what if I can ask, if I'm not prying, what's if you guys don't think it's an adventure, what's keeping you all together? It sounds like you all have personal things you'd want to do, and
at least giggles, personal things. I don't really. We're just going around talking to dragons, chasing down family of people and shit like that.
Elise is really just in this for the fun, I think.
I'm just
Sometimes.
here to cause chaos.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk to each of the dragons. Clarence is looking for his father. Luro's following us because his brother told him to. Lucy needs our help to go to the Nyborg Grove.
Stop! Don't say things like that.
Oh, Lucy needs our help
Wow.
to not go to the Nyborg Grove.
It's alright too late.
And 8th is trying to find his family as well. And we've kind of been able to help him on some of those leads, so I think we're going the right way.
definitely sounds like family issues for sure.
It's a prominent feature.
Yeah, but I feel like most of the people here haven't really had a good upbringing.
Well,
No, just kidding.
I did.
I'm just kidding. That's what I said. I'm kidding. Like it's more like late on in life, everything went to shit.
I think had a pretty solid family up until
Everything went to shit late on in life,
Yeah.
as I said.
Yeah.
well,
And then like
Clarence.
when Clarence exploded, everything went to shit. When his mother exploded, did his mother explode?
Or was it?
Did
I
he
think we're still
explode?
trying to figure that out.
And we have like the judge, like we're still trying to figure that one out.
if he's explained it right,
He has. We just forgot, I think.
his mother died in an explosion.
There
Okay,
was
there
an
we go.
explosion and she died.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows what caused the explosion, whether it was him, her, a bomb.
He doesn't know.
He just knows there was an
As
explosion.
far as I'm aware, I don't think he's gone that far anyway. But
I think you have sometimes made the assumption that he was the explosion.
Yeah, but like we don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
you act like I write the stories.
Yeah. Is your dad still angry at you, Garbu, or not?
I
Probably-
haven't messaged him. I've been scared too.
I mean, I guess your dad at least was angry at you, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're dealing with a lot of that kind of stuff.
A lot of family issues.
Family issues.
I can see. Is there
Yeah, let me vote.
anything you guys want to talk to her about?
You know why the crystal guy was going to Prover? As we might be heading there after here.
I honestly wouldn't know. Like I said, he was very quiet and just got him there in one piece, and he went, and on I left.
Is Prover seem like a bad place to be?
It's not a place that I want to be.
It sounds like a place of mad scientists and shit like that.
There's a lot of rumors, but we tend to try not to speak too much about them, as we do help them out a little bit, as when we do have an issues, they help us out. But those are a little bit too far from between. But it is. I haven't been there a lot. Occasional escort, somebody from here to there type thing. But I tend to feel a little bit more better the outside I am, if that makes sense. Like, I'd rather not go in. I tend to at least stay out. I walk them to the gate and they can handle the rest of the way.
Like a smart idea.
You said rumors. Have you heard any rumors about a goblin who might resemble my friend Clarence here? Because I assume he'd probably ask about that, but he's not here to ask that question, so I'll ask it for him. Oh, he went to the bathroom. That's
I
why he's not
mean,
here.
we see a couple of goblins here and there that come from Prower, but not like there's anything specific, or at least as far as I'm aware of.
Any that have strange children?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not something I would like. Most of the time, you'd probably see them, helping out other merchants or something like that. And I'm sure there's more in the city, but like I said, since I don't go in it, I tend not to stick my nose in a lot of places.
Alright. Anybody else got any questions?
Like, do you come here often? Do you have something special that you take here?
No, I just like this place. This was I did have someone sort of special that they took me here once, but he never made it. And so I just kind of kept up with the reservation, and I really do like this place, and well,
Never made us in.
unfortunately so.
Sorry.
It's
Yikes.
part of the work. It was an unfortunate. He was out hunting, if you will, when those same creatures that I met you guys, those Eatons, well, he unfortunately didn't have the help, unlike I did. So,
I mean, you were really a great help to us back there.
well, it still takes a lot of learning, and it felt great to at least help out when what's needed. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I joined up is the lands, around here, a little bit kind of close to the summit. They tend to stay away from those since we usually have regular patrols there just to keep the grounds safe, when the festival does ever come back. But it's it's an interesting task to try to make sure innocent people, just like the crystal guy that you guys saw, are able to help out and help those that can't help themselves.
Have you ever found anything interesting up in the mountains
Um,
aside from the Ginton?
are you referencing more of like the heights that's close to the city, or a little bit to the east?
I mean, I assume she goes through like all of the mountains at different times. So
I
the
am
question's more just in general, like of what interesting things she's seen up there, out
okay.
there, I guess.
Um, where is? I don't tend to travel in the mountains at all. My specialty lies flat lands, if that kind of helps any. It's where I start to specialize in. If it ever seems to go up in any sort of higher altitude, like the mountains, or far away from where I usually do my patrols, I just kind of pass it off to another patrol member who goes in those areas.
Ever found any random statues on top of a rocky cliff?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
That's probably too
Oh my
many. Yeah.
freaking god.
But not, you don't really find too much out of the
That's
ordinary out there.
next to a
Honestly, no,
shoreline.
just creatures and pacifiers.
We one time found like an old fort out in the middle of the woods with nothing around it really. There were some bandits in it.
That would probably make sense. I guess the
I
little
don't know
hideout.
why they were set up there or
I mean,
what
if you
may have
find an
brought them to
abandoned,
that
if
area.
you find an abandoned fort, that's
I'm
obscured.
more
Of course,
meaning like whoever built the fort originally, like why they set it up where they set it up. It wasn't along any road.
I mean, sometimes people don't want to be found.
There might have been no trees blocking that from
Uh,
the Iron Man.
maybe that's
Or that could have
true.
been the Irish.
Or maybe there used to be a path, but since it's been so much time, the path got reclaimed by nature.
That makes sense.
So many, like if you abandon the city, nature will take it over eventually.
It's like Lynn's house. Remember how there was just nothing there? It was all overgrown.
Yeah, but
Before
that like because it was not there, it's probably because something really horrible happened there, and then the nature is like a bunch of negative energy there.
I mean, but even then there would still be like some foundation left. It takes a lot
Yeah,
of
that
time
doesn't
for
really
stonework like
add up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time for stonework like that to just disappear. One might even say like 1,000 years.
I
At
feel
least
like you're
a few
hinting at
hundred.
something.
Yeah, what?
There's so many things I know out of character that Garbu doesn't know, and I hate
Yeah, but
it.
you keep metagaming.
I know. I
Yeah,
need to stop.
you're gonna get a nosebleed. Carver's just gonna have a nosebleed and just.
Oh no, Gary is gonna do his abilities slowly but surely.
His AC is
Um,
permanently going to start going down.
I think I did roll a check, and the DM said something like it takes decades or centuries for a foundation like that to completely
Yeah, I know.
disappear.
But you said like 1,000 years, which is like,
Yeah,
um, yeah. I
I
mean that's
think it's
still.
almost exactly like 1,013 years or something.
No, I still need to figure
So
that part
used
out
to
as
know.
well. It didn't make any sense what Lynn's story said and what we found there.
Yeah.
At least like snaps back to reality and looks at Prime.
Oppose gravity.
No, it's more like she stops thinking. Thinking sucks. So there's no like, have you moved on to be open to something new, or are you just like, I'm just gonna focus on my work?
I don't know. I'm I guess you could say open, but not putting a lot of thought into it. I mean, it's been some time. It's not like anything recent. Um, just I'm sure something will happen, but at this moment, I am trying to kind of focus on getting a little bit more stronger and stronger when I can. It's I think it would help out, and I might even be able to start kind of like what you guys are doing, traveling for a bit. And it would be nice to be very well prepared in case if anything comes across.
Yeah, but the prepared part, I don't think any of us was really prepared for it.
Mm-mm. Nope.
It's like I feel like sort of Rico sort of got thrust into it at the summit. The guy was like, I was just traveling around having a grand old time, not really adventuring.
I was
Like
winning
if you,
bets against other guards.
I mean, I feel like adventuring is an active choice because you can travel safely, you can choose not to care, and I think adventuring you start putting your nose in business that doesn't belong originally.
We mostly just go where we find interest. I think.
Well, I mean, I guess it's just the fact I'm usually traveling by myself, or at least when I go on my patrols. I'm a lot quicker when I'm alone, and when something happens, it's easy to understand my surroundings, and if I only have to worry about myself, I mean, I'm sure it's maybe what you guys saw during a little bit of our fights. I can get away pretty fast if need be, but it gets complicated if you have to start to worry about others. And my healing is not the greatest. I don't really put a lot of work into it, but can get somebody back up, I think.
Is that the reason why you're not putting that much effort into it because you're afraid of losing someone again?
Is that also why you travel alone most of the time?
You see at least like throws like a ball lands perfectly in a garbage bin.
Make a persuasion check.
Are you gonna make her cry?
Does she have advantage since I said?
17.
Oh.
I have a plus 4
Ooh.
persuasion.
Way better than me.
Yeah, I never talk where you need to persuade, so you never see it.
She
I don't think.
she does get quiet, and there's like kind of like a little bit of this awkward silence as she just has like her fork kind of like in a piece of a food, but like not moving it or anything, and just kind of staring at it, and just I don't know. I don't guess I put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, trauma is a nasty thing. I mean, I understand. I don't blame you. It's not like I'm sitting here judging you. It's more tragic things happen. But I think whoever this person was would want you to find happiness in life and, whilst not, I mean, forget them, but move on and make something out of your life. I mean, it's always like, do you dishonor their memory by moving on, but you don't? You will always remember them, but you do have to live, and people like who care about you want you to have a life. I mean, I know for a fact that if I was with someone and I would die, I would want them to move on as well. Remember me, but you know,
Yeah.
live, don't hide away. It's easy to live, to be alone and don't care because then you can't get hurt, but certain things require yourself to be out there, to put you in positions where you can get hurt.
I guess you're right. So, how's the food?
Well, this turned fucking dark, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
So
Food's
like
pretty good.
I heard about this play where like these I don't know why, but they like you had like two people and they had like these strings of flour that they had like boiled and then they had like meatballs and stuff and then they like sucked on the boat on the same piece of this thing and then they sort of like kissed. I thought that was really funny. That sounds like this is like the perfect place for that.
Kind of like
Maybe the
looks.
back alley behind it would be better for that.
Mm.
Lucy
Especially,
like starts to look around, trying to see if anything like that's happening.
I don't think there's anything. I also look around. Ah, shit. Nah.
Well, as the night has gone on, guys conversate a little bit more. Is there anything else that you need to mention, ask? No? Okay.
Mm.
All right. So, as the night pretty much reaches the close where you guys get up, she kind of escorts you guys a little bit back to the tavern that you guys are staying at. And once again, thanks you guys for, the fun within the tournament and just the fact of wanting to incorporate her in it, allowing her to get to a better spot. Um, if there's anything that you guys ever need, if there's something she can try to help out with, reach out to her. But she, nods to all of you and thanks and starts walking away. And there's a little bit of a sway in her step as she seems to be just a little bit drunk, but not too terribly bad.
I'll cast guidance on her before she walks away if she seems a little swayy to try and help her make sure that she gets home safe.
Easy enough.
I can't
And
spell.
I
No.
also would say, if you ever need us, just try to like leave word for us, and if we're passing through, we'll probably pick it. We'll probably come back to the same inn.
Will do.
No guarantee on how frequently we pass through, though. Just as a disclaimer on the end. Garber wouldn't know the word disclaimer. Just as a just in case on the end.
Warning. Why not? You would know
Yeah.
what warning is either.
I would know warning.
Oh. Okay.
It's on the back of every package. It says in bright yellow, it has like warning, and then it says attention, but they spelled it weird. And then yeah,
Attention is supposed to be spelled with two T's.
and it's in like a star shape, like this, like a star, with like an
Triangle.
exclamation point on the inside. Yeah, that with an exclamation point on the inside.
So,
And then it says like advertisement, but it's also spelled weird.
As she's going away, I'm gonna be a sneaky bitch because I like to be a sneaky bitch. I am going to cast Pass Without a Trace and I'm gonna sneak up on her because I want to be extra sneaky. And then
Part of me wanted to just cast counter spell.
counterspell your counterspell bit by bitch slapping you.
I'm not going to.
Ah! The most effective counterspell, bitch slapped in the face. Anyway, for a free action that is. And then I will sneak up on her, and Elise will give her a hug from behind. As she's giving a hug from behind, cast Lesser Restoration because I don't want her to go home half drunk. And then she'll whisper in their ear, "It's okay to feel." Remember that.
She, as you hug her from behind, she kind of like grabs a hold of your hand and just kind of holds it tight. And like you can have felt like a droplet or two that looks like it might have came from her face, and then with a response, I wanted to go home drunk. Thank you very much.
No, that's the whole point of chaos. You cause it, you create it, and sometimes you prevent it. It's like, trust me, that hiding and ignoring it won't help you in the long run. It will only hurt you more.
Okay.
The hardest thing to do is sometimes look in the mirror and realize what's happening.
As you kind of go to let go, she kind of like slightly grabs your arm and just kind of looks at you and just message me when you get back.
Sure. Unless we die. But we won't, don't worry about it.
And then she'll go on her way.
And I slink into the night, and I literally, because I'm passed out, I instantly disappear. I'm like, God. And I like scurry my way. I scurry my way back.
Nah. So, all right.
Do you
Yeah, I was
like
like,
her? As Elise comes back.
I mean, I like in the sense of that she's a nice person, but she obviously has a lot of undealt past trauma, and I kind of want to put her on the path of healing.
Yeah, but I'm more meant like.
No.
Okay.
I'm not
I
like
care,
it will take me like another 70 years to be looking at that kind of stuff.
Okay. I do like her in the same way you do then as a friend. I was
Mm.
concerned about her safety.
Yeah, no,
assumed she wanted to be drunk.
No, I like, sometimes when you see someone like trying to run into a tree and you're like, okay, let's not run into the tree.
Even if they want to run into the tree?
Yeah, some like it's like instead of like letting them run into a tree, you let them run into a cold bath of realization and like, oh shit. Maybe instead of running into a tree, I should think about why did I want to run into the tree?
Should make that a motto.
Really? No, I mean, you can. I guess you can have someone cross stitch it into just cross stitch it and hang it up on the wall. Yeah, and hang it up on the wall, I suppose. Nah, but it's like, I don't know.
No,
Sometimes the how do you call
nice.
it? My brain is like normally chaos and I don't care, but sometimes it goes the other direction. I don't really know why.
To be fair, isn't that the most chaotic? For sometimes you to want the opposite of chaos?
Got a point. You want to say something, Ed?
I was just curious. The advice you gave her was really good. That seemed like something from not past experiences, but something you've noticed from other people. Including us, but
I think
childhood.
I don't know. I feel like some days I wonder. I should think about this a bit more. I think I have an idea as to why, but I'm not really sure. I think you could sort of touched onto it like past, but then not so much as in like my own experience in my life. That makes sense?
Mm.
because the hag was talking about like, oh, I've met you so many times in different incarnations. I'm wondering if that's fighting within me, causing me to be chaotic. Who knows?
Egg? Oh yeah, you told us about that, didn't you?
Well, and if I didn't, I told you now.
Did you tell us before?
I have no
Yes.
fucking clue because I don't
Okay.
remember everything because
It's been
She never,
That's-
if I'm correct, I don't think she's ever went into heavy explicit detail.
I think she said she talked to someone. I don't think she ever brought up the hag
I think
before.
no,
when
I have. I got forced to talk about it at some point.
Aeth was starting to have issues, or when he first started showing signs of issues, that's when she kind of brought
Yeah,
it
I
up.
sort of came clean about it because like to tell him not to make deals with entities.
But I think that might have been a conversation just between you and A.
About my
Anyways,
I mean, Aid asked me about it, so I respond to Aid and like. I guess for the rest of you it would be like, huh? But for Aid it would make sense
I
what
think
she
it
says.
might have been during like a long rest or something where you talked to
Yeah,
him
could be.
about that.
I guess you
Oh.
as Garbu can ask about it because Aid knows and Aid
What
like
do you
I.
mean hag?
Oh yeah. Oh, someone
Um,
tried, like a hag tried to make a deal with me. I told her to go fuck herself, but she then told me that, oh, I lived so many lives and blah 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 blah. And she called me the destroyer and everything, amongst other things.
She acted like she knew you.
Yeah, I have no clue who she was, but she was fun to talk to at least.
Hmm.
As long as you don't make deals, hags are pretty fun to talk to.
Sounds interesting.
Making deals is bad though, because you want to know why making deals with
Yeah.
entities is bad?
You owe
They
them.
always come out on top, because they only make they have imagine like this. They're like here, they have the position of power. You're down here, you don't have the position of power. They're not gonna lift you up to their level. They're gonna give you a little bit and then kick you down again. You know, so you never get up to where they are.
Sounds like deals and oaths have a lot in common.
Yeah, like your thing. Like you
Yeah.
think they lifted you up, but then when you thought you were like, oh, everything is great now, they were then like, haha, fuck you, and then chaka.
And now I have
Now you're
Deathbringers coming
wanted.
to kill me. Yeah.
Now you want it because you were like, wait a minute, I don't like this, but they're like, but you made a deal, or oath in your case.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Food for thought. I think you know we're so deep right now. It's getting cold or warm. I don't know. I guess if you go deep, you go warm. But at the same time, if we're not that
Getting
deep,
too
it gets
deep.
cold. Yeah, yeah. Like it's a lot of emotional baggage today that got unloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Although,
Justin
or
wants
maybe like
to
it got
be added
loaded on. It got loaded on for certain people, and other people got maybe a little bit offloaded. But then the person who got it offloaded is the person who's not here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ace, did you want to try to tell your sister where we are?
I think that's one of the worst ideas ever. Honestly.
Part of me wants to, but another part of me is scared to endanger you guys and her.
I
To be
mean,
honest.
I'm more worried about her. I don't think she knows that you're surrounded by a bunch of murder hobos. So she probably think like, oh,
A
I can
murder
take
hobo.
people who like to kill people
Hmm.
for no
That
reason
us?
other. No, not really. I just thought it was funny to say.
Well, that's kind of fit you slightly.
Mm, Yeah,
At
I
least
think
the
okay.
it
people
fits
like
Clarence
I'll
more.
take. Okay, surrounded by one extremely dangerous murder hobo and a goblin and a kobold.
Yeah, that might be
Mm-hmm.
more accurate.
Well, I'm the destroyer for a reason, right? She.
A goblin that is prone to
He
getting
might
himself
explode.
naked,
hey,
That
exposing himself in
I,
public.
I
has
I
it
have seen
feels
this.
nice.
I mean,
it
at
has
this point,
happened a lot.
at this point, I've seen his penis more than I've seen a piece of bread.
And
You
he's
know,
like,
that's the scary part.
In the last
Yeah.
2 months, yes.
Yeah.
he
No, it
has
could be
like his
worse.
pants like slightly down. I was like, yeah, I think it's
Get it
time.
up.
Oh, sorry.
Pull them up.
I was just checking something. Jeez,
I need a belt.
do you not ever like just check yourself?
No, I can't.
Well, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I know what I'm missing. I've seen what I'm missing, and I'm okay with missing that.
Yeah. Listen, it could be worse. You could have his underwear land on your leg while you're chained next to him.
I mean, at least you don't have to look at it all the time.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
thankful
Your
for
room
that.
with it.
Look, you
I mean,
act
like,
you act like that was killing you when we were in a dire situation, okay?
Also, it's not like you saw anything, Ace.
And who was the one who got
Yeah,
you out?
me.
I'm kind of glad.
Garbu looks at Luro.
like,
Clarence is like, "Who's the one who got you out?" And Elise is like, "Me." Garbu just looks at Luro.
I mean, technically, he started the shenanigans,
Yeah,
but he asked who got
Yeah.
him. Who got
not even
them.
technically. He did start it.
Yeah, and then
Without
I
him,
got
we
me
Yeah.
would
out.
we wouldn't have gotten out of that in the way that we did.
Yeah, it would have been different. I would have waited for the most of them to go to sleep, turn into an animal, slit it, like free you guys, kill them while they're sleeping, stuff like that.
Speaking of
Mhm.
that, do you think we're bad people for killing all of them?
No,
No.
No.
because they wanted to kill us. They literally said,
Yeah.
And
"We're
then
gonna
they
kill
wanted to
you,
kill.
They kill
apart
you.
from you, because I owe a person something, so we're not gonna kill you." But no,
Have
you
you
should be
talked-
grateful.
Have you talked to
And then
the
they
friend
also.
that he owed a favor to?
I mean, she's
at
all the
all?
way, she's all the way up in that city, so no,
Would you like to? I can send a message.
that's fine.
But
Well, also they wanted to rebel against the new lord.
Against a new homie.
Yeah, that's our new friend.
I mean, like, I feel like people use that against us, where it's like, you murdered them, feel bad. They were literally going to murder us. Should we just go sit there and be like, we're just not gonna do nothing, let them kill us? And like, fuck people who try to morally represent that this is a bad thing that we did. No, they were literally going to kill us. Like, if we would
Sure.
go out and be like, hey, points at one person randomly on the street, look at that person, I mean, then we randomly kill them. Yeah, then we're murderers. But if people were actually going to, like, it's life and death, and we win, then we won. I'm not murderers, because they were
Yeah.
gonna kill us if we lost. Would they be murderers then? Well, technically, if we didn't fight back,
yes.
then it becomes technical. But if we do it in self-defense,
mean,
then
but
it's not murder.
If they start it and then we defend ourselves, wouldn't it still be murder?
No, it would
It'd
be manslaughter.
self-defense.
Even if we defended ourselves after they started it?
I feel like the justice system is not really that developed in this world. I feel like we're like basing this on like a more advanced, different kind of justice system that's not really in place right now.
So,
I
but,
feel
but what I'm saying is if
Is
Ace
there a guard just right
stabbed you right now, and then you,
like a figure appears next to me, spectral figure nodding its head.
Yeah.
here's what I'm saying. If Eighth stabbed you right now, and then you stabbed Eighth, but then Eighth killed you, that would still be murder, even though you did manage to fight back, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
that'd
is
be
it?
murder.
But then the thing is, like, is it murder if no one knew that he did it? Because then I would be dead, yes, and someone would be like, oh, someone got murdered
Yes?
here. But if they never knew who it was,
I mean, I feel like you'd have to get treated for the stab wound.
I could
I
heal
mean,
myself.
anyway,
Oh, that's
I
a
feel
good
like we're
point.
getting way too advanced. Like, in this world, in this reality, strong survival of the fittest.
What do you mean
Strongest.
this reality? It is
Yeah.
reality. There isn't another.
No, you have
reality.
like other planes of existence.
Yeah, but like our
got the
plane is the
Feywild.
real plane.
Yeah, you got the Feywilds, you got like the Fire Realm
Yeah,
and stuff like
but
that.
like those exist at the same time. It's not like they're a separate thing.
Okay, let's put it like this:
Let's just
the
let's just
strongest,
go to the tavern.
the strongest decide. If you live, you live.
If you
You
die,
win.
you die.
If you die, you die. And like, you're only a murderer if you're in a city in front of other people and kill someone without cause.
If we
And then-
killed a
Man,
random guy out in the
I'm
woods, that
so
wouldn't be
happy we're
murder.
talking about this outside the tavern.
I
mean, we're
assumed we were
talking-
just like in the main area of the tavern, just having this
Like,
conversation.
we're having
While
a
like
theoretical.
other patrons are looking at us like,
Yeah, we're having a theoretical debate. We're
I
talking
mean,
about
Don't
the
worry.
if you
philosophical
guys
meaning of murder.
you guys did technically experience this in Eastbourne the first time you guys came by, and it wasn't like a sentence came
Kenku.
down, but it was like trying to make the injured party.
I think I showed up to the Kenku fight just in time to heal and nothing else.
We try to diffuse it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it
Garbu doesn't know the full story of the Kenku situation, just Elise's side.
Yeah,
Really.
let's put it like this: in the city, laws start applying, and you can't just willy nilly attack someone, even though they don't give you shit, and still do it twice. Out in the out in the wild, stupid like that, outside of cities, it's the law. Just like the strongest live and the weak die.
So there isn't law outside the city?
Most of the time, there isn't.
There's
I mean, let's be real.
guidelines and your
Let's
own
be real.
morals,
Most
but
of the time, there
yeah.
not I mean, you can't. You like it becomes ethical at that point. You shouldn't go around and kill people for no fucking reason. But if you're in a fight in life and death, there is no murder. There's only survival at that point, out in the wild. I
Yeah,
feel like
there's
laws
only your
start applying.
morals.
Like I feel like laws start applying in cities. In general, don't kill people unless you need to. But you know.
Yeah.
And then you can have people, like I said, like when the Kenku situation where people get offended for me attacking him. I mean, you know.
You were both on a roof.
Yeah, but he was like sneaking up on me, okay?
He wasn't even near you.
He was. He was looking at me.
He was looking at you and you attacked him.
Yeah. Like in that situation at night, you're sitting there being all suspicious in like there, and I'm like, I'm also being suspicious. So therefore, because you're suspicious, I'm suspicious. I need to take out the other suspicious.
Well, what if he took you out for being suspicious?
Yeah, well, law of the strongest. Because you just got saved by the fucking town guard because he was a loser and weak and he needed help. I fucking owned
know,
him.
Wow.
I don't know if you're the right person I should be asking for morality.
No,
No.
you're not. Not definitely
Okay,
not. I'm
yeah.
really good. I'm really good at emotional talk, but I'm really bad for morality.
I'm gonna erase all of what we've talked about in the last, like, 5 minutes. Or most of what we talked about.
You
Some
know,
of it I'll keep.
Good luck.
I'll teach you a word today, and it's gonna be a very important word to learn. I am biased.
Yeah. Yeah, very.
I'm
Let's
biased
get another
towards
round.
I'm biased to what I think is right or wrong, and what I think is right or wrong is the law. In my head.
Okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, because you were kind of saying things that didn't go along with the law, but
Yeah, exactly. In my head.
anyway.
Let's get another round of drinks over here.
Yeah, I
Why do
could
you need
go
to take a
for
drunk?
something, even.
Milk for him.
So, does anybody do
Milk with
anything
vodka.
later
Vodka
in
milk.
the night?
Yes,
Hmm.
I will.
Elisa just stood there like all that conversation goes like that's like I spouted so much bullshit, but it was fun. I don't know what to believe myself.
It's kind of like the moment that you and Lucy got to your room, she like kind of went into her little corner and just like passed out. While you just like walked in and you're just like probably start asking questions like, so did you enjoy the food, or and like look back and she's already knocked out and just
I need to explain how to go into bed before we get into the room, so she actually goes. Because then that she's knocked out, Elisa's gonna
like
lift her up with her.
like a sleeping toddler doesn't wake up.
Nice. I've experienced that. I just like I put her in bed, tuck her, and I'm just like. And then she goes and sits on her own bed and goes like, "Laws suck. I hate morality." And then this shit,
Does Luro just like lay out all his stuffed animals and sleep in a pile of stuffed animals?
Yes.
yes.
Oh my god.
He now has his own, aside from his bedroll, that is a perfectly working bedroll. bed of stuffed animals.
Like, I will say
Nice
this:
job, guys.
it's if you guys are ever in a tavern, he has a corner, and it's just piled with all the stuffed animals he can. And of course, he's still way too tall for it, but he'll like try his best to curl up like a little ball, and he'll sleep in all of that. If you guys
He
are
tries
ever
to ET it in the stuffed animals.
yeah, if you guys are
More or
ever
less.
out camping, his entire bag would be like a giant. Think of like a giant, almost marshmallow ready to explode, as he has all of them tucked in, and he's just like. There's probably sometimes you cannot tell if that's a stuffed animal or is that his face.
We could get a second bedroll and fuse them together.
Clarence
Probably.
is
I
like,
don't.
no, no,
That's
no.
for us to figure out later.
I think he likes it that way.
Oh, okay. I'm just worried it's gonna burst at the seams.
Mm, We'll deal with it if it ever happens. He looks comfy.
Luro is the best part of this campaign. No, I'm kidding. But Luro is great.
So, what is it that you do?
I am going to cast Sending. Let me make sure I have the spells.
The slot
Yeah.
arena. I mean, you should have because you're like knocked out a lot.
I did manage to use some spells, okay? I managed to use a few. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay, I will cast Sending first to Ma.
Hi, Ma. This is Garbu. I love you. I hope you are okay. How are things in Vermont? Is Pa mad? I love you. Bye.
She's dead.
Why do you do this to me every single?
She was asleep.
It's up for me to decide. The dice don't want to help me.
It was
Sure.
a 10.
Why not?
They're old
She'll-
people. They go to sleep early.
You'll get a
Yeah.
Unless
reply.
they're worrying about their son.
You get a reply, and it's
Shut
just,
up.
oh, good to hear from you again, son. Everything's fine, and Pa's not mad anymore. We are thinking about selling this place still, but the judges came by looking for you. I hope you're okay.
I think it was a good idea for her.
And I would have like waited until Clarence was all the way asleep before I did either of these sendings. And then after the message, I'll be like,
I think it was a good idea then to wait a little bit before contacting them. That way they could honestly say they hadn't been in contact with me. I should have asked if Paul was awake. I guess.
I'll cast Sending to Pa.
Hi, Pa. This is Garbu. I hope you are okay. I love you. Ma said the judges came. Hope everything's alright. I'm safe here. Bye.
You do feel it connect, but no response.
Asleep probably, or just.
a high chance of him being asleep.
Got that old person
He's
sleeping
so
noise too.
brain that he didn't ignore me. Do I get snores back?
To help solidify, yes.
Yeah, I'll just kind of enjoy the sound of at least hearing him snore.
Anything else?
That was my last spell. I just rolled it.
Oh, I thought,
Okay.
for moving.
I thought you were sending another one. I was like,
My last
whoa.
level spell.
Aeth, anything on you?
I guess I will walk into my room. Could tell it or notice it instantly how quiet it is compared to the other two rooms are.
Hey, my room is quiet.
As
Well.
you
Less excitement in mine compared to your guys' with the.
as you kind of walk in, shut the door, and kind of start taking your armor off and kind of sitting on your bed for a moment, realizing of the quietness, you can hear just little bits of echoes, either from the rooms next door, kind of in the hallway ish.
I'll cast Thaumaturgy and make that laughter sound over in the area of it. No, I'm kidding.
But as you're sitting there, you do hear, well, your sister sounds delightful, doesn't she?
What do you want, Ocean?
I'm just checking up on you.
Don't talk about her.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about her?
I don't know.
I can help you.
Part of me feels like. How, Ocean?
Well, how do you want me to help?
I want to help her mind. Whatever's causing her to be that way.
Would I, with a 31 perception roll here, like hear him talk? I just rolled to
But I'll figure.
myself. I rolled to myself a natural 20 for 31. Would I
Um,
hear him talk? Because I'm like
Would
sitting
you
there, like in
intentionally
silence,
be listening
drawing.
for it?
I'm just sitting in silence, drawing. As he sort of listens all the time. I just that's why I rolled to myself. It's like I'm just like for the memes. That's why I made the reactions. Like I'm just looking at Joseph now and like,
Or do you hear Garbu sending a message to his mom and pa?
yeah, that's what I'm more wondering. Like, what do I hear? Because I can clearly hear he's talking in a normal voice.
I guess it depends how our room's laid out.
He's looking right now.
First off is, Aeth, how, when you speak to Ocean, how do you usually do it through your mind? Do you usually talk out loud? Do you whisper? Like, how do you usually go about
He
this
normally drowns.
stuff?
Hi.
I heard gurgling sounds.
I had to. I had to.
I will. I will
Wait, here,
boil some
hold on.
cobalt
That's like,
tomorrow.
that's like one of the best fucking touches ever, right? It's like,
I
you got me there.
Gravel.
You know what,
Got me
Garber?
there.
When you die,
I'll next session, if anything happens, I'll give you one inspiration die. I'll give that to you.
That was pretty good. I was not ready for that. I was gonna say whisper or say it into my mind, but
that kind of
I'll go normal. I'll go
does that.
normal for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A normal speed.
Now let me
I think it
see.
should be an Aquan personally, but
You can't speak Aquan.
can when he drowns.
No, then you speak drowning.
Okay. At least pick the first or second one.
Second.
Okay. Thank you.
You got a 10 again.
It. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the first time when I went like that tic tac toe thing, 5-5, 4-4, 3-3, and then just a second ago 2-2. So I'm like, okay. Anyways,
The game is like everything. You hear everything.
okay, so the rooms, the way they are is 8th is kind of like next door to you. Is Clarence, Luro, and Garbo are across. Usually you guys try to get some of the closest rooms together. While you did roll incredibly well, you do hear them talking. It's kind of like one of those, you hear him talking, but it's here or there. It's
That's
just
why I
like,
catch like words,
in a
not
sense,
sentences, but I catch like parts of it.
in a sense, you kind of pick up there's a lot of things still kind of happening a little bit this late, but you can make out, like, as you focus, you can't hear word for word, but you're like, you can summarize a couple of things here and there.
I'm just keep it. I think if I hear garbage conversation, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Just hear
Like-
like a word from Garbu, a word from 8th, a word from
It's like
Garbu.
you every now and then you're like, as you're listening and like he pauses, obviously like he's waiting for a response or something, and it's like you hear something from Garber and you're like, Garber, he's not talking to you, shut up.
But it's good that Garbo only like talks 2 times, so it's like he fades off. And like I think I just focus on 8, and I'm just like keeping an eye out for where the conversation is going,
So anyways,
or keeping an eye out. Continue.
okay,
You're out.
so
Continue.
I was just I can't believe I rolled a natural 20, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna roll to myself and see what happens. And I'm like, I see a natural 20, I'm like, okay, we have to ask.
so Aeth, your response was like you wanted to help her mind.
Yeah. Since it seems like that's something that's bothering her and given her current. I don't know how to describe it. The laughing, the talk as if something caused her to get a screw loose. She only asked where I was. Has me worried that she might have done something to to our family. In her own twisted way of protecting them.
Reaching out to someone is a little bit difficult when they're not a follower, but I believe I can work something, but I would have to have something from you to help make the tie stronger, if you will.
Like what?
At this point, it's anything. It's hard. Imagine trying to help a fish that doesn't even live in the same waters as you. Doesn't do exactly what you do. I can help, but it takes more requirement from the sender than the one who's doing the sending.
Could I roll an insight on her?
What are you inciting?
If she is actually wanting to help, or is it something more nefarious?
Okay.
23.
Fucking Hyrule country here.
High roll country, yes. Oh.
Got some high rollers here.
Oh, body.
Okay. So, as you're kind of going through these conversations and trying to look in on it a little bit more, you start to realize the voice sounds the same, but the actions are not. It's not Ocean.
Surprised Leroy knew this from the start, listening to Joseph's voice. I was like, this is bad. I'm like, this is not the person you think. Like, and not to mention, like, Ocean's a bitch to you all the time. She never tries to help you.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yes.
Ocean always talks in drowning. I've never seen her not do that.
Tops and drowning. Not
There was-
every time.
Wait,
Name one time Ocean didn't talk to you while you were drowning.
there was
In the hot
once,
springs before.
but she did drown you though.
Yeah.
That was afterwards, though. She did.
I
That,
know,
and
I know.
said,
That's
It was
the
still
that's
involved.
that's the grayish line right there. Is that's the only time, but there was still drowning involved.
Yeah. No, there it was.
The day Ocean stops drowning you is the day Garbu died. No, I'm kidding.
It's like, you know, there's a reason why I roll very little insights against Joseph, is because I just listen to the way Joseph talks. I'm like, I don't even need to roll insight.
I do try. At least
I mean, I
at
don't
least
need-
you picked it up. At least you picked
I mean,
it up.
there's a
Mostly
there's a
roll
reason
insight
why.
on BS things or things I'm not sure of.
Yeah,
Like
like
I
I
rolled
just.
insight against. I mostly roll insight on things that I'm like, it'd be really funny if I roll a nat one and just believe the absolute worst here. Like
And
when
you-
I asked Prime if she was Clarence's dad. If I rolled a nat one and was like Prime was Clarence's dad, that would have been good for comedy.
Well, anyways, as
Okay.
as you start to kind of understand and get a little bit of clarity of the conversation that you've been having.
All right. I'm just gonna stand up, and I'm gonna start to head towards the leaving the room.
What?
I'm moving to my room. We're done here. I know you're not Ocean.
Well, I'm the one who's still trying to help you. Has
By
she?
manipulating me and twisting my actions to leave me in a state worse than.
When have I done that?
Why should I even bother trusting you? I've
You-
told you multiple times I'm not interested in your offers.
Yes, you've made that very clear that you are not. But yet, I am the one who constantly checks up on you. And yet you still think I'm the bad one. Yet your patron that you follow typically leaves you gasping for air, but unfortunately not the good way.
If I heard, it's good I didn't hear that part. So
All I've been trying to do is help you. But you are dead set on not receiving help. That everything has to be evil, dark, and manipulating. There might come a time that you, as you kind of like gone, like you're at the handle and there might be a time you might regret not taking up on some offers. But that won't be me who's, well, let's just say I'll feel sorry for you.
Stay the hell away from my sister. If I find out you're the one that did that to her, I will find you and I will kill you. I'll leave the
Right.
room.
I do not have a very specific set skill what's it
I-
called skill set, but I will do it.
To be fair, his skills are quite specific. They can only be done while blind.
As you leave, you hear something, but it kind of turns into a mumble as you kind of like shut the door and start walking down the hall.
Fucking unknown stuff talking to me. I'll head down to you know what? No. I'll go and knock on Elise's door.
Okay.
I open the door, like Elise is already at the door, and it's like,
As you open it, you just see like this shadowy figure just standing there, staring at you.
what's up, bitch? What? How?
Oh.
It's not
And then-
I
Elise.
see a shadowy.
Oh, he's being fucked.
It's a dream. If he sees them, since he can't actually see.
Would you say
What
I
if-
have my
what if
cane
I-
with me?
What have I been hearing during this point?
Hold on. Do what, Aeth?
Do I have my cane with me?
Did you grab it when you left?
I didn't say.
All you said was you were leaving.
I'll roll. Hang on, I'll roll something to see if I did. We'll say. Boop. Oh no, no. I gotta see what it is first. Okay, okay. High, yes. Or no, low, yes. High, no. No, I did not. Okay.
Checks out. Totally 8.
Totally, yeah, yeah. Okay,
As you hear
I
this,
will-
as you hear the voice of Elise, and the shadowy figure kind of turns into her, and it's more of kind of like what you envision the way she looks like, the way you've heard, and like when she's been close by to you. And it's kind of late, but yes. Everything okay?
I'm fine.
You want to come in?
No.
Kind of like moves over. Like you can hear her shift, and it's just, you won't be the only one. The other one already passed out. I assume you're getting lonely. Everybody else has people in there, and why the hell not, right?
I know you're not her. So just stop it.
Not who. You fucking hearing shit in your head again?
I will bring my hand up. I am not
Entertained.
falling for this.
Oh.
I was gonna say entertained, damn it.
As
I thought about it.
as,
I thought
as like you start to bring your hand, I need you to make a hold on, give me a second.
This is where Eighth dies.
Give me a second.
That's why I asked, like, what did I hear? What's the last thing I heard from 8?
Gargling. Pretty run of the
As I'm
mill.
shit.
as I'm looking for what I'm looking for, the kind of like the last thing that you heard, that's what I thought.
Like, what sentence did it break off on? Because I've sort of in my head already been like envisioning what parts of the sentence I miss.
It's kind of like around the
Where he says he didn't trust them.
no, it's It's kind of like around the it sounds like he maybe was falling asleep or something, kind of zoned out on the
I mean the words, like
yeah,
what
yeah,
words.
yeah, as he kind of like zoned out on saying the words of like um wanting to help his sister.
Okay.
So
You can decide when the thing is. I know that. Let me just roll this real quick. Okay. On that, Elisa's gonna make it to his room. You can decide when that happens, but she's literally gonna go physically to his room to check up on him.
Okay.
Hearing those words.
uh what do you like, you get to the door, what do you do? Aeth, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I open the door, and if it's locked, I'll do an Elise and open the door anyway.
14.
Losing.
Oh shit! I forgot to put it back to public. I'm sorry.
Still losing.
Yeah.
As you go to kind of open his door, Aeth, you feel as like your muscles get tight as you kind of raise your hand, and you hear, I don't know what you're doing, but you, like, what is it? You tell me and I'll let you go.
You're not her.
Not who?
You're not Elise. You're just that stupid, that fucking thing that's talking to me.
I feel like I'm Elise. I look like I'm Elise. I'm doing Elise things.
Oh no.
Look, I'm just going to put you to sleep, alright? And you can feel like hands kind of like grab a hold of you and pull you into the room. At least when you open up the door, or when you finally get it open, you can see, like, looks like bits and pieces of his armor is, kind of off to the side. Kane kind of leaning off one of the side of the bed, covers kind of like a little bit down, but you don't see anybody in the bed.
I instantly shift into a wolf. I sniff his clothes and try to sniff if he left the room.
He did not.
Okay. Do I sense his presence still in the room as a wolf?
Yes.
Where is it?
Underneath the bed, against the wall.
Okay. As a wolf, I will put my shoulders under the bed in a way, like sneak under a little bit, and like with full strength, like flip the bed.
Okay.
Because I can't be arsed dragging him out. And then I will shift back into myself, and I will look at him. Does he look like he's scared?
He is like cold to the touch, but he's still breathing. You can see kind of like cold puff of air almost coming from him.
Cold, you say? Okay, first I'm gonna cast the spell magic on him. See if that helps.
Just died instantly from the spell. Turned on a spell skill.
I mean, I always have the spell magic.
Instantly dispels the little bit of magic that was holding him together.
I don't care.
Yeah, I just fall into pieces. Like a Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and just roll an ability on that.
Hell yeah, boys. 14.
Well, you got to take it off privately too, but okay.
Yeah.
14.
Oh,
No, no.
it's a several.
Uh,
It's a several.
no, that's good.
His arm explodes.
You do that and kind of like wait a moment, looking, seeing if anything changes, and it looks like a little bit of color is kind of coming back to him. His breath is no longer breathing what looks like a cold fog.
Mm. And I try to just shake him awake and say like, "Hey, wake the fuck up, you idiot!"
Hey, if you wake up.
Did we go and make deals with entities we shouldn't be making deals with again?
I didn't fall asleep. What the?
Oh, well, you were under the bed. Also, I flipped the bed. Sorry, I'll help you flip it back. What happened?
It was pretending to be ocean, and then when I figured out it wasn't ocean, I went to go leave, and I went to tell you, but it wasn't you, and stopped me from firing an Eldritch Blast at it, and it dragged me into the room. I'm not.
Was it a good
I wasn't.
impersonation of me, or was it a bad one?
6 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
It
Probably a
wasn't
little
bad.
too nice to be Elise.
Yeah.
Did it open the door and say, "Hey, bitch"?
No.
Okay, well then it's already 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like I don't open the door and I'm nice to you unless you come into the room crying. So that's
Well,
first mistake.
you did say you were doing at least shit, and
I wouldn't say that
I
either.
yeah. Well, I mean, I could see you saying it. I'm not gonna say you wouldn't say that.
I mean, it's in the realm of
But
possibilities.
I don't remember falling asleep.
Is there a way to quickly search through all the old videos and see if Elise has ever said that?
It's
That's- that's-
called YouTube under Ginton
Go-
Dice
go-
Campaign 2 of the Yuletide.
Go have fun sitting through all of that and looking for one specific sentence in all those hours.
If you find
Mhm.
it, comment on the video and timestamp it, and
Yeah.
you win the
I
chance to talk to us or not in person, but on.
I will
can
more
come
than
to the
likely
Netherlands.
just
Depends.
not get back to you because
You can come to Sweden and
I would be surprised that if somebody did do that.
Someone knocks on your door. Hey, I found the timestamp.
No, get the
Ah,
hell
fuck.
out.
What? Get the hell out.
You lying. So anyway,
Well,
Uh,
at least you try to resist, which you get. I guess the entity got frustrated with you and tried to try to I don't know, bully you into submission.
yeah. Try to take advantage of the fact of my sister, though, which I don't like at all.
I feel like every time you're emotionally unstable, which happens more often than not, I feel like this entity tries to take advantage of it.
Wasn't trying to be. It was more like me thinking of how the situation, and I just thought, okay, well, once we get something figured out, then we can save her. And then, no, wait, no.
Yeah, as I said,
There
you
we
were
go.
emotionally unstable, trying to figure out things that bother you.
Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, I don't mind. It's just glad I could help, I suppose. Also, why were you cold?
I was cold.
Yeah, you were cold. You were like it was like you were like like the little puffs of smoke when you're when it's cold and you like breathe and you're like.
Do I feel cold?
you feel normal.
I mean, I kind of dispelled that magic on you, so maybe that's why you don't feel cold anymore.
Well, you were physically dragging me into the room. Maybe Maybe it's due to the
We're in your room.
physically.
We're not in my room.
Well, no, but in the
No, it's because I
vision
dispelled you. I just told you.
room.
Like I dispelled you. You were cold. I dispelled you. Shook you awake. Wake up, you idiot, and then you woke up. But you weren't
Well,
cold
no, no,
anymore.
no, no. That might be why I was cold, though.
Okay, I feel like you're not catching on to my drift, so I'll say it.
No, but when you
Whatever.
dispelled it, I woke up, and that stopped the vision / dream.
But I was trying to say, I was trying to help you figure out what's going on. Whatever entity is fucking with you, obviously has a cold aspect to it. So if you want to, I don't know, stick your head in a bucket of water and half drown yourself and ask Ocean what, like, ice entities there are. I don't know. No, actually, never mind. I didn't say any of that. Never do that. Bad idea.
I'm not doing
It's-
that. That's a
It's a
bad
cool.
idea.
No, not because of that. Because it's probably gonna go all wrong. We're dealing with an ice entity, apparently. What do they keep saying? What do they say about Ocean?
So many theories.
It was impersonating Ocean, and it tried to use
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then when you figured out, what did they say about Ocean?
why do you keep supporting, or why do you keep her not supporting, but why do you have her as a patron when she leaves you gasping for air?
I mean, she does. I mean, some people have that as a kink. I don't know. Maybe you don't, but some people do.
She did say it not in that kind of way either, too.
I mean, it's easy to. Uh, I mean, it's easy to say that, not knowing what Ocean has to deal with, because like the thing is like, both of us don't know what Ocean is dealing with. I mean, she might obviously, I could like vent it in a really bad way, and she might treat you like shit, but at the same time, she's never
I'm not.
like the thing is like I think what is like the problem with like this entity, it's the same thing what I explained with hacks, right? They want to help you, but they will get something out of it. And the reason why a lot of these entities that we follow don't help us is because they want us to solve our problems ourselves. Because then you have a more because then it's you who did it. You didn't get the solution handed to you, and I think that's been part of your problem. Like you wanted people to hand the solution to you. Reality is you have to find your own solution because that's the only thing that will give you agency. Like because otherwise it's just someone else telling you what to do, and like does it give you agency? No, and it's a shortcut. It will not give you any satisfaction
Well,
in retrospect. Like sure, the thing is solved, but it should do or it might not even be solved. It might temporarily be solved. It's always a catch-22, right?
True.
I think that's what I tried to say to you early on. You're looking too much to entities to give you a solution when
I
you have to find it
wasn't
yourself.
trying to this time.
Yeah, I know, but that's like this entity is trying to prey on your past behavior of trying to ask for answers. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're not. It's just, why does it care so much? It's what I got.
I
Not
don't know.
distressed, but annoyed.
I mean, I could throw out like a million theories. Like, I mean, you're partly as you're like an ASMR, you know, like angel celestial bullcrap. Who knows what the fuck they would do with that? Uh, let's see. General fucking shit up. Maybe they want to get to your family to use them for something. I mean, there's insert 20 other things that I probably haven't thought of, you know?
Yeah. Was it bad that I threatened it in any way?
Probably. But at the same time, good job.
Shit.
I mean, the reason why these entities want us to agree to it is because that's the way deals work for those creatures. They can't do anything unless we agree to it.
I'm
And you can of course
not.
exert like a portion of power over us, but in the end, or at least that's
Hmm.
how I think it. That's how I think it works. Disclaimer.
So shit. I might have threatened to kill it. To kill it if it tried to make a deal with my sister.
Well, guess we
Shit.
add it onto the list.
As y'all's conversation goes, and Elise, I would assume you eventually leave.
Yeah.
Um, Elise,
Mm.
so you break into his room, and you see him still sleeping on his bed.
Fuck. Am I
Oh
going back
my.
in time?
No, this is the first time you went into his room. You didn't hear anything, and you left your room to go into his room. It took you a moment to get in, but you got in.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Garby's just over in his room messing around with his Smith's tools.
Like Elise just like looks at it and goes like,
Here.
"There's some fucking fuckery going on right here." I don't like any of this.
No, you
You
don't remember
none of
I
any
do.
of that conversation.
Okay. I
'Cause
just walk into the room and like,
he's just asleep.
I walk up to him and I'm like, "Bitch, wake up."
What? What? Oh, what's up?
No, I'm asking you what's up.
Wait. Do I remember the conversation I just had with her?
I don't know, do you?
Ace is stuck in a
Oh
time loop.
shit. Hey, didn't we just have a conversation?
No. I heard you talking.
Oh fuck.
So
What?
Elise,
I think
Why are we
we have
why
a
are we
no.
all fucking?
Elise.
Mm.
So you go into his room, and we're gonna end the session there.
That's great.
This whole time in my room, after you were done, I was gonna ask if Garbu could have been like trying to carve some intricate scales into his armor. So this whole time, that's just what I was doing in my room.
Oh my god. Nothing's wrong here.
Okay. I would say that's easy enough.
Oh.
Hate it, but I love it, but I hate it.
So,
But I love it so much.
I mean, I just love getting messed with and doing all this kind of shit. I'm
Thank
like, oh,
you.
okay, this is how I need to play. I'll play it like that.
thank you everybody for coming out. Hopefully our -1 will be back next time, and we'll see where our journey takes us from there. But as always, we thank you all for whoever watches these things. I'm sorry that you watch these things, but thank you. But nevertheless, I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
8 sucks.
Bye.